All righty, we are live. Cajun Coin Hunter here today with you, aka Boudreaux, with the Evan Root hat on today. Still didn't find my Cajun Coin Hunter hat yet. I need to look for it a little harder. I figured I'd just be looking around one day and there it would be, you know, laying on the floor or something. Nope, nope, hadn't spotted it yet. I guess I'll find it in a couple of days or so, I guess. All right. Uh, we got Mr. Smoky Ribs with us tonight. How you doing, Russ?
Doing good.
I got in a few minutes. I'm gonna put the link to your last video up in here, a jerky video, and we gonna promote that a little bit tonight. And we got Chef's backyard in the house tonight. What's up,
Hey,
Chef?
hey,
Chef John.
how's everybody doing? We're freezing over here in Texas, man. We had 16 degrees the other night. My air conditioner froze up, and woo-wee.
The air conditioner froze up.
Yeah, the condenser outside.
Oh wow! You was running the heater though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I got you.
We have a central heat in there. I don't have. When we bought this house, there's no gas in the neighborhood, so it was all electric. And honestly, that was the one thing that I was worried about. Was, man, what do we get when the electricity goes down? So we found out last year.
Oh yeah, for that big
Snow.
grid
Yeah,
thing, big grid hype.
yeah.
3KJ Mouton. Mouton in the house. Got to be a Cajun or a Canadian, one of the two, because they got some moutons up in Canada. I know that. In Maine. Field guy, what's up?
What up?
That doesn't
What up?
look like, no, that don't look like Cajun. That Russ. Russ can't get that ugly. He can't. Not even if he tried. He can shave half his beard mustache off. He still wouldn't be ugly like me.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on, baby. You're
it's
beautiful.
last few nights, man, it was cold in the well diggers behind. Oh, Ville Platte. Okay. You know, I married a mouton from Kaplan, first wife. And now I'm married to Manuel, French Manuel, not Spanish, French. From Ville Platte. Well, Mamou, but lived in Ville Platte for a long time. Loving my life. Can't live without her. Field guy, oh, you must know the legend of Grumpy Stack Tires. Yeah, my Uncle Tony's tire shop got bought out by Doug Stacks. Well, Uncle Tony. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, yeah. I grew up with this guy, Mouton. He's from Abbeville. From Abbeville, Louisiana. Big Woods. The Grand Bois, Mouton Cove. I didn't know that was your channel name. Ravis, man. I was raised with that boy's daddy, him and his daddy. I knew his daddy better than the kids and his grandpa. Shoo Mouton taught me how to trap. Taught me how to trap. Gave me my first nutria trap. Taught me how to skin the nutria. You know, the right way. You don't skin them like a rabbit. You want to save the hide. Full wave wrecked in the house from the frozen north. Yeah. Yeah, Salt Lake City is north of here. But yeah, man, it was. I was gonna call you the other day. I was gonna call you, and I forgot. We got this cold weather came up, and I mean it's been cold. 14. Oh man,
Yeah, we got down to 19, I think, was the low last night.
y'all were a little warmer than us.
Thank
Yeah,
goodn
it was
We hate this
16,
crap.
I think, when I was live. And what time
Yeah.
did I shut the live down? 2 or 3 in the morning, something like that. I forgot. I had to run the water every hour, keep from freezing my tankless water heater.
Mm.
It's not an insulated, it's an interior heater. I've got it in a room that I added onto my house, but that room's not insulated. It's like a shed, you know? And I'm not going to spend the money to insulate it.
It's not heated or anything then.
No, that room's not, it's not climate control like in my house. It's just added on to the back of my house.
I got you.
I could not, make that window over here into a door and go right in it.
I was gonna say you could get one of them little window units, heat pump, and you could run cold or heat during the winter months with that.
Yeah, but I have gas, natural gas for a heater,
Yeah.
and it works good. There's no problem. The house is warm, but it's that add-on in the back.
Is it attached to the house or freestanding?
No, the room is an addition to my house. I just never made a door to go in it. I go in it from the outside.
You could always go to your plenum on your furnace and run a drop over there and drop it in.
Oh, I don't have that kind of furnace. I got a gas space heater.
Oh, okay.
In the living room. Space heater with the little chimneys in them, them real expensive chimneys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about, I don't know, 1.5 feet wide, something like that. It's got 4 chimneys in it.
Yeah.
I think there's room for another one. I let somebody borrow 2 of our space heaters, and this was, 12 years ago. And when I got them back, they didn't have the chimneys. So I was just glad to get my heaters back.
I got a gas furnace. It's out in the garage, but it's all, the duct works throughout the whole house. It's got the battery that sits above it for the AC.
Is that breast?
Chicken.
Oh,
like chicken. Yeah.
Chicken breast. Doctor Who, what's up? Well, it's a tankless water heater that's in that addition, and it don't have a tank on it. Like a regular hot water heater.
Yeah, I know what it is.
It's got all them little bitty coils in there.
It's got a heat exchanger of some sort to your water line.
Yeah, type of it, just like a heat exchanger.
Couldn't you put drop a light bulb in there or something, run an extension cord without having to turn it on through the night?
Well, I do want to run my water anyway because I don't want my pipes to freeze.
Yeah.
See, I'm not on a slab. My house is above the ground.
Oh yeah, that house is cold. I'm on the slab and we still get cold, man. I got to wear at least socks this time of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the cold, the floor and all that. I'm just worried about the pipes freezing, because the pipes are underneath the house and they're not insulated. They would have froze anyway. If I would put them that pipe insulation, 4 foot long or 8 foot long styrofoam looking like a pool noodle.
Yeah.
If I put that on there, they would still freeze.
Right.
So I just ran the water every hour, and I ain't got no busted pipes. I lost a little sleep over it, but it's supposed to get to 28 tonight again.
A lot of these hotels and stuff, wherever their boiler, big water heater is, they might have a huge wing all the way to the end. And they put these pump circulators on there that keeps that hot water circulating.
Yeah, they call that recirc pump.
Turn it on, they got hot water. You could actually install something like that on your water lines and keep that water moving. It ain't going to freeze as long as it's moving.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about that because when I was a superintendent in Tucson, Arizona, that 6-story building, they had recirc pumps on the hot water side.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It would have
every suite.
It would have to loop back to its source. So it's the only thing with it. What I'm saying? I'm not sure how they do it in hotels. I used to work at one, but it's been so long ago I can't remember how.
It's the same principle.
Yeah.
I'm out, guys. Have a good
You
one.
leaving already, John?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put your latest chili turkey,
Oh,
chili with beans.
with
Some
beans.
people like them with beans, some like them without beans. You know, me, I don't care. If I
Yeah.
sit down at your table and you got beans in your chili, I'm eating them. If you ain't got no beans, I'm satisfied as well.
Yeah, so the whole thing goes back to the chili queens of San Antonio, and they used to make carne con chili, so meat with the peppers, right, with the pepper gravy, and then
Yeah.
they had beans on the side, and so they would serve you the chili that was the meat with the sauce,
Right.
and you could buy the beans on the side if you wanted to. So like the true Texas chili that they're going back on that recipe, and everybody before that was that the beans weren't included, but they still sold it right there. So
Yeah. So somebody had the bright idea of taking their beans that they got for a side dish. They put some beans in the chili and they started something.
yeah. All righty, guys. Good night. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Later.
All right, Chef John. Take it easy, mon ami. A Pluto. What's up, Chris? East Wing Farms in the house.
What's up, Simon? Chris?
Simon, what's up, mon ami? I sent you a link also.
I recognize a few people in here.
Huh?
I said I do recognize a few people in here.
Yeah, full wave, field guy. Diabolical 58. What's up? Yeah, hot water heater duty. Boom, 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 boom. $2 super chat from Power Stroke Jude. What's up, mon ami? He said, good stream, guys. Great stream, guys. Good night.
Dang.
In and out that fast.
Yeah, we only been going 13 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Power Stroke Jude, that's one hell of a diesel mechanic, man. I don't think there's anything he can't fix on the diesel engine. Got a lot of experience behind him, though.
Yeah.
And then Power Strokes, them 7.2, I think it was 7.2s or whatever, 7.3s. I worked for a guy, and he had a place in. I ran this crawfish plant in Woodlawn, which is not far from me, straight south of Kinder.
Yeah.
Sam's Garage. What's going on, mon ami? It's in between Kinder and Iowa, which Iowa is a little town right outside of Lake Charles. Spelt like Iowa, the state of Iowa, but they pronounce it Iowa over there.
Right.
So that little plant I was working, I was buying crawfish and then reselling crawfish to the people in Texas, the Texas restaurants and stuff. And I ran that place for Brad Applin. He was from Grand Chenier originally. And when we closed the place down, season was over with, for the farmers around us. They wasn't crawfishing anymore, so couldn't buy crawfish.
Yeah.
But we were getting them from other places, and he got me to go to Texas, Houston, on the north side of Houston on FM 1960. And that he had a restaurant, and it's called Blue Water Seafood. And he put me in charge of the boiling kitchen because I knew how to boil crawfish and crabs. What's up, Lance?
What's up, Lance?
Oh, you up, my baby? Oh, look. Oh, you need taking a leave. Your nose is swollen. She's got a stuffy nose and a toothache.
Oh, Lord.
I think you got a toothache, right? You need to take a leave. And anyway, he put me in charge of the boiling kitchen because he had his thumb cut off. Well, the company, the restaurant, owned 2 Power Stroke diesel trucks, regular Ford trucks. but they had the crawfish hack on the back. You know, the shell, the big cooler, fish cooler, crawfish
Mhm.
cooler. All that is fiberglass. They make them out of fiberglass, and they bolt them onto the truck. And man, that power stroke, that was man, you can't beat those trucks. And that's like a million mile or more than a million mile engine. Those
Oh, yeah.
power strokes 7.2s, I think they are. 7.2, 7.3. I forgot. What's that, babe? Yeah, I'm live right now. Oh, a lip swole too. Damn. Yeah, lip swole too. It's just a toothache, I think. I don't think it's a stuffy nose. I
Yeah.
found my highway to the computer. I found my highway. I found my way to the computer.
Those toothaches hurt. I haven't had one in years, but I remember.
Let's see. Diabolical said something. Boo, I got an idea. Output port, digital hose in timer.
Makes it, Duramax shakes it.
Put that on the sink with the faucet open and program it to run a minute every hour. Actually, I was running about 2 minutes every hour. And that wasn't good enough. I had to run it 4 to 5 minutes. I was getting an ice dam built up in one of the elbows that come up. I was getting an ice dam in there, and it was stopping the cold water from getting to the hot water heater. And then I had ice in the sink faucet. I had to undo the thing 4 or 5 times. I said, I need to let this water run more. So I was just running them. Go to the bathroom, run the hot waters first, the sink and the tub. Run the hot waters, both of them 5 minutes. The reasoning behind that is that hot water will melt any ice on the cold water side. And then after 5 minutes, turn the hot water off, then turn the cold water on. Come back in here, set my timer for 5 minutes so I don't forget. Because I did forget one time and it went like 6, 7 minutes by the time I thought about it. And run the cold. Then I come and turn that off, plus the toilet. Because, you know, you got a water supply going to the toilet, and that's under the house too.
Yeah.
Plus that toilet, keep that water running through that supply line. And then come in here and turn the hot water on. And there was a couple of times I turned the hot water on and it went fast and real slow. And it was like trying to catch up. So there was an ice dam there. So it finally melted that ice, and it wasn't enough to kick the hot water heater on. A slow flow will not kick the water heater on. So I had to go in the bathroom, turn the sink on, just a hot, so the water heater would come on, and then supply hot water to that running faucet. And then it would melt the ice, and then I'd have hot water. So, yeah, a minute or two wasn't getting it. I did it last year. We had a whole week around Christmas.
Which ice you talking about? You got 2 separate water lines, right? A hot water line and a cold water line.
Yeah, but it was building up in the hot water line too. The ice. I wasn't running it long enough. The water. I was just running it like a minute,
Okay.
a minute. You know, and yeah, the water was running, but the water was starting to get ice crystals in it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't running it long enough to break that little dam up that it was slowly building up. And it was in one of the 90s.
Water lines made out of
PVC and PEX. I got a mixture.
I've had PVC break apart at joints where they're glued when they freeze. Copper usually gets a little split in it somewhere, wherever it pops loose first or expands, and the weakest part it'll have a little split in it.
Yeah, because your lines are pressurized. You got water solid in your pipe under pressure.
Once
and that water expands, and it'll pop the least resistive,
yeah,
which that's a joint, you know.
Something's got to give.
What's up, Blues? Blues Coins in the house, 710. Scott Keller. That's the
This
reason
house.
I hate heat tape on my pipes.
This
Yeah,
house.
I don't run heat tape. I'd rather
Awesome.
just stay up and run the water every hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and I ain't got to worry about getting under my house, fixing the pipe, all that. Braxton, the snake fiend, another Louisiana man, representing Northwest Louisiana tonight. Yeah, a lot of people they flush their lines. Matt, his house, he's got above ground his outdoor kitchen where he stays at all the time. That's on the slab. He ain't got to worry about that. He's got a outside faucet at the lowest point of the house. He'll open that faucet. He'll turn his water off, open that faucet, and that water drains out. Well, to make sure, he's got a Schrader valve, like a tire valve to put air in the tire. That's a Schrader valve.
Yeah.
That little thing that sticks out of your rim. He forces air into that, and it blows all the water out. It forces the water out of that open valve. So he ain't got no water in his pipes. So he ain't got to worry about nothing like that.
Is all your piping up under the house?
No, most of the pipe, I got one pipe running from the outside meter, the front of the house in the yard.
Yeah.
Got the meter there and the shutoff valve, the city one, city meter. And from there, I got one pipe coming, and it splits off here at the sink, the cold water, and then it goes to the bathroom, and I got the cold splits off there. One to the water heater, one to the washing machine, and then the sink and the tub. And then from the hot water heater, I got that circuit.
Yeah.
Comes from the heater to the sink, tub, washer, and then back this way to this sink.
Yeah. Okay. Just curious.
When I finish paying this house off, I'm going to insulate my walls because there's no insulation in these walls. And when I do that, I'm going to run PEX in my ceiling because I've worked a few years with PEX. PEX is way better than PVC, and it will swell.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back. It'll give. But I run it in my attic, and your attics, yeah, they can be freezing, but it's more warmer in the attic than it is under your house.
But yeah, your heat, even from where you're sitting at in that room, is going to make its way in there, you know?
Right. And all the houses that I plumbed here in town, every house and apartment building that I plumbed was in the attic.
Yeah.
All the PEX was in the attic. I ain't got to worry about no freeze. I ain't got to worry about busting up slabs, the concrete, to fix the pipe in the slab. I ain't got to worry about none of that. Everything's in the attic. And PEX has done proven itself, with the bands. As long as you get the right bands, the copper rings, brass rings, to crimp them,
yeah,
you're in good shape. There was a company in Baton Rouge. I was doing the trim on the outside of a bunch of apartments. Huge complex. And I was working inside of one, and they went to pressure up all the water lines. All that was in the attic too. Man, every joint failed. There was leaks everywhere. Man, the water coming down on everybody inside. Run outside. Man, y'all take the pressure off of there. Y'all got major leaks. The company sent them the wrong size rings. Their PEX. Yeah. They were a little bit too big. Just a little bit too big, and that makes a difference.
There was a couple of bands like that for PEX, and then they actually got a PEX A and a PEX B. The PEX A has a band that, it's not even a band. It's more like a collar. It's pretty thick, and it's when you look at it, looks like it's made out of PEX. But they also, each one, PEX A or PEX B, get different fittings. You got to get the one rated for whichever kind you're using. But most of what you see at Home Depot and Lowe's is going to be PEX B that takes those metal clamps.
Yeah, I just go to the Bayou Pipe over here, Southern Pipe, and just get the PEX from there and the rings. 7:10 p.m. What's up? I hate when a joint fails. What happening? The cone, 7:10. Well, you ain't got to worry about that. You do the edibles anyway and the oils. The East Coast Ken, Eek. I got your envelope yesterday, Ken. Monday was a holiday, so. Rolling Smoke Barbecue. How you doing there, good sir? I'm going to look at that diabolical. I'm going to look that up and see how that works. Sleeper said GM makes a Duramax. Yeah, I got a buddy of mine that got a Duramax. $47,000 he paid for it. It was a $64,000 truck. He paid $47,000 for it. I got to do a video on that one. That's a nice truck. I had Matt 83 from Houma. He was here with Big Flip Coins from Denver, Colorado, and the wives and all that, and the sister-in-law for Big Flip Coins.
What's up, Terry?
They made a big horseshoe, and they visited a bunch of YouTubers. They ate over here. They had spent the weekend or whatever. And the band, Johnny the band, was playing across the street at the band house, band camp.
Yeah.
And that truck was there. And Matt 83 and Big Flip Coins were looking at it. He said, man, I bet you that's a $70,000 truck. I said, well, let's go find out. That's a buddy of mine. He was one of the drummers for the band. And we all walked over there, man. They were surprised when he told them he paid $47,000 for it. He got it for $47,000. Brand new. Brand new. There's one of them in the display on the showroom floor in the dealership. It was one of the nicest trucks they had. It was loaded. 60-something thousand. He got it for 47. Pay cash. He sold his Peterbilt or his KW. I forget what he had. Him and his wife were team drivers. She died of the Hong Kong flu. She died of something. I don't think it was that. I knew she had the flu, but anyhow, he didn't get it, but she passed away. So, and then that's when Hurricane Ida came and ruined his house, messed his house all up.
Yeah.
So he got the insurance money off his house. He sold his 18-wheeler and he bought that truck, and that's it. He retired. He was old enough to retire, but he was still, it was his truck, so he kept working it. Free money.
Yeah.
It was paid for it. Eric, check your email. Madwood, what's up, mon ami? Elvis is in the building. The Minnesota Miracle, Mr. Elvis. Yeah, if you don't have the PEX tools, the crimpers.
Yeah, that's a must if you're going to work with PEX.
And do never buy an adjustable crimper. Never. Because they will get out of tune and you won't know it.
Yeah.
Always buy. Jet makes them, and you can get a pair of them for, I think, $80 or something. Naturally, the Southern Pipe over here sell the same brand, but they like $100, $110. and everywhere else you can get them for 80. You know, the set I think is 80.
Yeah, you can probably get them on Amazon about that price.
Probably. I like
Yeah.
the 1/2 inch and 3/4.
Only problem with
3/4 your main
Amazon,
lines,
you gotta be
and your
careful.
circuits coming off of your main are half.
Yeah.
That increases your pressure, your faucet pressure, when you neck it down from half. I mean 3/4 to half. Everything on the main circuit's 3/4 that I run, and then it splits down to circuits splits off to half, and it's only a short run of half. 6 foot, so you got some pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking anywhere from $26 all the way up to almost $90. Where's one for $99.99?
I think I'll pay about 70 or 80 for one, because I'm not going to buy the cheap one. You cheap out, you're going to have trouble. Maybe,
most of these ones I'm seeing is for the stainless steel clamps.
Oh, okay. Well, we never use those. We always use the copper, brass, which ain't much difference between copper and brass.
Well, brass is a lot softer.
Zinc and brass is tin.
Yeah, brass would be softer than stainless. That'd be one difference. But
Quint Nelson, what's up, Monty?
What's up, Quint?
7.3. That's it. On the diesel engine, 7.3. It's been so long since I've been around one. I don't know why Ford ever quit making that engine. And it was a V8 diesel. And they had plenty of torque, just like a straight 6 diesel.
Yeah.
They had plenty of torque. Yeah, that's a big engine. 7.1, 7.2, something like that. Those are big engines. Those are I know Ford. I think it's Ford that has a 502 V8. They use them on the airboats around here. South of me, the Trail Boss airboats. They use those V8 502s on them, and they leave them stock. They don't cam them out. They don't cam them out. You leave a 502 stock, you're going to have plenty of horsepower, and it gets them airboats up and running. I mean, in a second. They cruising across the marsh.
Yeah.
We should go frogging in one. A buddy of mine had one at Pecan Island. We'd go frogging with it. And what he would do is go get alligator eggs for wildlife and fisheries.
Mm-hmm.
And sell them alligator eggs. They would pay him to go out and collect eggs off the nests. That way, they didn't have to go out there and fight with no mama gator. Chris, what's that? East Wing Farms. And there's Mr. Blues Coins.
Here I am.
You said the weather's cold in Oklahoma?
Oh, man, we had a heat wave today. It got above freezing.
Yeah, it didn't get above freezing yesterday here. Today it got above freezing. It got to 40, 43 or 44. But only for a little while.
Yeah, we got a couple of days of it's supposed to be 43 today, 44 tomorrow, and then back down into the low 30s, high 20s.
Yeah, y'all gonna be in the 20s for Friday morning, Saturday morning, I think.
Yeah,
supposed to be 27 here, so 28. So, and you north of me, so yeah, it's gonna be a little colder than for you, I would imagine.
What's going on? It was at 41. It was at 41 this evening. Now it's down to 34 again.
It's 31 here right now, according to my computer.
Wednesday's supposed
if I
to go
go
down
on
to
my
30.
phone,
We're going to be back down to 25 low Friday through Saturday. Then it looks like it's going to warm back up after that. Back up in the low. The lows will be in the 50s.
31 on the phone too.
It's saying 37 here.
For us. Thank goodness. I don't like all that cold. I like cool weather, but I don't like it too cold.
Right. Yeah, below freezing. No, when you 40, you know,
yeah,
I can deal with 55, 60 outside with short sleeve, 60, 65 with short sleeve,
yeah,
long sleeve with about, under 60. I used to freeze at 60. Now, since I have my gallbladder out and all that, I guess my body chemistry
I do
changed or
know
something.
that the older I've gotten, the less tolerance I have to cold. When I was younger, man, I'd go out in 40-degree weather with short sleeves, and people say, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "I'm hot blooded, or I used to be. It's changing now,
You know, it's Smokey. I'm the same way. I got older, and my body can't tolerate the cold like it used to.
No, it changes.
It sucks.
Sure. Yeah.
Is everybody staying at least warm or comfortable?
Yeah. Even though it's comfortable in here, we keep our thermostat set at 69. That heater don't come on until it goes above 69 in here. That's my wife. I could actually live with it a little bit warmer than that, but when I sit here behind me to watch a movie or something, I put a blanket around me. Then I'm nice and cozy.
There you go.
It's not really cold. It's like it needs to be a few degrees warmer to me,
I got mine set at 68, but I've been running my pellet stove every day.
Yeah.
So
what's up, Kyle?
my house is, it says it's 70 right here where I'm at. With that pellet stove going.
Yeah.
I mean, the dogs are like, ugh, we're dying.
Yeah.
I gotta get me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm still drinking some of that coffee I got earlier. Yeah, it's pretty good. I was able to get out the dog's big 55-gallon water trough that I have for him. I couldn't keep up on it. I'd cleaned it out, and an hour later it'd be frozen over again. So I just covered it and put it away and got the big pail out.
Yeah.
And then the pail stayed in the house, and then when they went out to go do their business, I'd put the pail outside for them.
The cats are already in, Chris. Some of them. We got 5 that live outside.
Dang.
Yeah, they're out in the garage. They're not done. We cracked that garage door just enough so they can squeeze in there.
Yeah,
days this is over with, then we'll close it. They can live outside. They've been out there for years.
I got one feral cat that lives in my garage, and I really don't do much with him because he's taking care of the mice problem. And
yeah,
as long as you don't feed them all the time.
We don't have roaches and we don't have rodents, man. They don't stand a chance around here.
Every once
in a while, big palmetto bugs, big house roaches. We call them tree roaches down here, or palmetto bugs. Cats love them things.
Yeah, I've seen cats actually be fast enough to kill a house fly. They're on anything. They got eyes like an eagle. They'll pounce on.
My little dog, when we get a palmetto bug in here every now and then, my little long-haired Chihuahua kill them roaches.
Yeah.
He plays with them to death.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like the cold anywhere, but I kind of look forward to it every year because when it gets really cold out, and then when you got that north wind to go with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I go through my house tooth and nail and trying to feel for those little air leaks.
Yeah.
So at least I know what to address during the spring
Right.
time to get it fixed for next year. And
My front door needs new weather stripping because in the spring and all, we'll leave the door open and we got a glass door, in front of the main door.
yeah,
It keeps the cool in and everything, but I can still feel like cold air.
A little
getting-
drafts, a little
I need to
cold
replace.
air right there. Yeah.
Used to have it. Cats destroyed that mess.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Grumpy Stack is in the house. Grumpy Stack's in the house. That's the one we do the commercials for all the time. I'm gonna go lean off the dock.
Yeah.
The commercial Randy likes. Grumpy Stack Tires, home of the $1,000,000 tire.
We do have double insulated windows, so that kind of helps too as far as keeping a lot of that cold out. That door is the only thing. When I close it, I can see daylight in it. So I need to replace that weather stripping.
I can see a little bit of daylight out my back door too. I actually need a door, a new door back there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a 3-foot door, that way I can get a chair or whatever in without having to take the door off. Regular 3-old door, 36-inch door,
Yeah.
metal door, pre-hung.
yeah, those things aren't cheap either.
No, they sure not, especially on steel ones.
I got a steel one for my front door, and I'm glad I don't have to replace that.
What is getting ridiculous? What everything's costing. I'm sitting there looking on Amazon or getting some prices on there. Like, God, dog.
Yeah, Kyle.
It went
The
up
door
pretty-
would be nice back there. I got a big old pneumonia hole in there now.
And I did find 3 windows that have leaks.
What kind of windows you got? Sash, the old sash windows, or
No, they're double pane, but they're leaking when you open and close the window, and it comes down and it hits, and then you lock it. That stripping where those 2 windows meet is where it's leaking.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So everything around the edges is nice and like it's supposed to be. It's leaking where that stripping is where the windows meet to seal it.
Yeah. Do you use them a lot?
Yeah. When the weather's
Okay.
nice and stuff, I have my windows open, air out the house, get some nice, good, fresh air in the house. Because when you got 4 dogs, you look forward to any time to open up a window.
Yeah. You could take some of that weather stripping that comes in a roll from the hardware store or whatever. You can take that weather strip and then shove it, take the back of it off and then shove it against there and then put it down, leave the space for your latch. And that'll seal that draft on there. And you can still raise it up and down.
Yeah. Yeah, these windows are original 1999s. So this summer's project is I got $10. I'm going to replace 10 windows this year. And I'll do the work myself. That's going to save me about $9,000.
Oh yeah, big time.
I got them old sash windows in my house, old wooden windows that have the weights in them.
Yeah.
That's an
I got
old
those
house.
in my house.
How old is that house you're in?
Oh,
1940s or
50s.
50s?
The house next to me is older than mine. They had window weights in it too.
Dang.
I got most all the window weights out of that house when they changed all the windows out.
Yeah.
Some of them had 2, some of them had 1. And make some good fishing weights for throw lines.
Hey, we used to use them on gill nets. Throw that end of that net off and take it off. Pull the rest of it off.
Tommy, I guess you could say that's new, but you're you're still looking at windows that are 23 years old.
Yeah, it's supposed to last about 50, 60 years, though.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change the windows out. I wouldn't change any windows out just because of that little bitty drive.
oh no, it was significant.
Oh, really?
I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
like 8 degrees difference in temperature from
You
one
can go
to the
to
next.
like Mayfair Windows in Lafayette, a big window company in Lafayette, and you can go over there and they have a little kit that you can. Does your window actually come off? The bottom part, does it actually come off? It should. If it's a double pane, it should. The bottom should. Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
it's got some little things when you pull
Yeah.
back and you rock that window out
Yeah.
toward you,
Yeah.
then pull
Right.
it out.
I mean, I
Right.
could open it up and clean the outside from the inside.
All right. Well, you can add your a new strip in there. That's all that went out was your that or a piece of rubber is probably what it was. A lot of those windows have that piece of rubber that sticks out. All you got to do is change it.
Yeah.
It just slips in that groove.
And then
Hey, Miss Paula, how you doing?
Paula.
And NBL, nothing but love.
The queen bee.
And Tommy Hanlon, how's the weather in Ireland? It's cold down here in Louisiana and Mississippi and Oklahoma. Now, it's cold everywhere.
Just think of the people up in like Buffalo and everything. They're dealing with all that stuff too. I mean,
Talking about windows, I just had to
Oh, yeah.
rescreen 1, 2, 3 of them. 2 of them actually. One of them was missing. I think one of my granddaughters snuck out of the house back when they were living here a couple of years back, and so I had to take that one down. It needed to be rescreened, and then I just got the measurements off of it, and that screen was bent, so I rebuilt that one. Bought the kit at Lowe's or Home Depot. Then I built a second one identical to it and popped both of those in. I'm using that solar screen though. It's a lot darker, which helps cool your house. I need to do one more. I need to do 2 more. That back door's got one of those glass doors, but it's got you can raise and lower that glass, and there's supposed to be a screen there. That screen's gone. So I need to do it. And there's another one. There's nothing wrong with the screen, but it's right next to the one I rescreened, and it doesn't have the solar, so one's a lot darker than the other one. I want that one to be dark too. It keeps
Oh,
some of
yeah.
that
It looks
light
better from
out.
the outside, too. Grilling and chilling with Mojo. What's up, Mon ami?
What's up, Mojo?
How's the weather in Loosedale, Mississippi?
About like it is in Biloxi, Mississippi, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that'll 1 degree colder. You know,
Yeah, it might be a little
Loosedale
colder.
is a name that's easy to mispronounce. Even in Mississippi, the people that are from that area and in Loosedale, they don't say Loosedale. They say Loosedale. Or, Loosedale instead of Loosedale. It's a hard one.
Yeah, I've always
if you
called
think about it.
Loose, like Lucy, loose.
Yeah.
Lucedale.
Yeah.
hey Paula, are you staying warm where you're at? I know the
I'll be
temperature.
right back. I gotta go clean off the dock and run that water in the bathroom for the first time.
I've had people I've worked with at the shipyard that lived up north, and they get down here, man, they about freeze. They might, my God. And I'm like, well, you like colder up there, aren't you? Yeah, but we don't have this humidity like y'all got. You mix that humidity with that temperature, man, it just soaks you to the bone, when you're out in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I was on them real cloudy, cold days,
Yeah, the biggest problem I have with the cold is with the wind.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that wind chill.
I
can't stand it.
It just cuts right through you.
Mm-hmm. It sure does.
Paula staying wet. That's good to hear. I was talking to CJ the other night, and he's like, man, it's cold. It's like 30 degrees outside.
That's Quint Russ. You close to the water. Does that make it colder in the southeast? Well, we get a lot of humidity because we do live on the coast, and I think it makes you feel colder. Actual temperature is temperature, but when you start putting that humidity involved with it, and same thing true with heat. If it's hot outside with that humidity, it feels like you're in a steam bath. But yeah, it probably feels colder. Oh goodness!
Yeah.
I moved my beer fridge so it ain't quite as convenient as what it was. It was right here. Yeah, dry cold is nothing compared to damp cold. I agree.
Yep. Got a message on eBay. Got to do some work here for a minute.
Yeah, I had to move a little bit, MBL. Well, I missed my printer, and that's where my printer sits, is right here. And I had it on this table, and I couldn't even get to it to do anything. I said, the heck with this. So I threw the table out by the road, shoved everything towards the wall, and I got that beer fridge right there to my left. I got my printer back where I need it. We just bought some ink for it, so. Yeah.
You miss your ice box right there?
Not really. I mean, I can touch the door right here. That's
okay.
Yeah. Just have to bend over.
Colt 49ers, what's up, Mon ami? I know he's
I figure if I
freezing
drink
down
12
there.
pack and I bend over 12 times to get a beer, I've gotten some pretty good exercise.
I was thinking, say you got your exercise for the day. I went throw the trash earlier. I come in twice. Had some slops. Slop bag. Coffee grind stuff like that. And then Missy did a ham and some sweet potatoes. So all them sweet potato peelings, the candy yams, but all the sweet potato peelings, I had to throw that out. I went outside twice because I forgot something, and hell, my back was killing me when I got back in.
My back goes out if I sleep too long. If I just lay there, especially on my back, I don't know what does it, man. It's done that for the last 5 years or so.
Wow. Grilling and chilling with Mojo, the Loosedale man.
Dude, did you see my message?
He found an awesome gold ring 2 inches down in a local park.
Oh, you must have a metal detector.
Yeah, he does metal detecting.
Yeah, I'd enjoy that. I did that as a kid. My dad bought a metal detector. He owned a chain link and wood privacy fence company, and he would have to go to people's homes and find their stakes, on their property lines, and he'd take that metal detector to locate what was metal. He'd dig in until he found it, and I would use it when he wasn't using it in the backyard. And I found all kind of buffalo head nickels, all kind of stuff way back then. That was back in that would have been the late 60s, early 70s. I guess when they first come out with them things. They probably 10 times better nowadays. Do.
Oh.
Steel Wool Queen and I found over 102 rings this year metal detecting. What happening? Yeah, buddy. 102 rings to cone? Damn.
Wow.
That's a lot of gold and silver and or whatever they was made out of. Mostly gold and sterling. It'd be nice to find a platinum ring. When I was living in Mississippi, I had some platinum that I got a storage unit. I rented one and somebody left some stuff in it. And they had some platinum napkin rings in there. Okay, now time to change my water. Be right back.
Share. There. Send it to. All right.
I didn't have to change my water. I have to switch from hot to cold. Set timer for 4 minutes.
Sure, 4 minutes. And we're starting now.
It is starting now.
I love that little feature on that Samsung phone.
Oh, I do too, man. I do it all the time. I'll put a frozen pizza or something in the oven and, hey, Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes or whatever, you know.
Man, that ought to be against the law. That's too easy.
Did your phone set a timer for 10 minutes?
Russ did.
Yeah, it actually went off. I had to turn it off.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
I've done that in videos before and tell her to set a timer for X amount of time. And then when I'm in here editing, I get to that part, it keeps setting my phone off. God bless it.
Russ, you got a comment in there. There it is. I presented it.
There's a
What
good
would be
team.
the oddest thing you eat? That would be, I don't know what all northern
Probably.
folks eat, but hog head, cheese, boudin. I know y'all don't have boudin up there unless you order it or make
Probably a whole soft shell crab. You know, the shell and all. That would be odd for somebody up north.
I've alligator sausage or any kind of alligator. That's probably something y'all don't do much of up there.
Code 49ers, I didn't say I had Siri.
Yeah, we definitely
I said
got
I had a Samsung, and I don't need to say Siri. I just said set timer for 4 minutes, and that's it. And there's a girl that says, okay, 4 minutes, starting now.
Yeah.
Pudding Tang, what's up, mon ami? How y'all doing in Floribama?
Okay.
That's the reason I said
soft
Siri.
shell crab is amazing, but there's a lot of people up north that never even had blue crab, much less soft shell, where you eat the whole thing, deep fried or grilled.
Man, I was on the phone with Greg from Ballistic Barbecue about a week ago, and we were talking about different seafoods that we have compared to what they got on the Pacific, and they got a lot of stuff we don't have, and vice versa, you know.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to send an email on my phone.
Mountain oysters.
Oh, good old Rocky Mountain oysters?
No, they eat that up north. Never mind.
We eat grits and they eat cream and wheat, I think.
Yeah, hominy. Yeah, grits. It's a southern thing.
I love me some grits. I'll go in there sometime, just make a bowl of grits with a lot of butter and some black pepper. And, you know, of course, I add the salt to the water and make some butter toast just to sop the grits up with. I love that, man.
Yeah, I know some people. They'll put their grits on the side of their soft eggs, over easy or over light or sunny side up, and they'll mix them grits
With the
with
eggs.
them eggs like that. Mix it all up, cut the eggs up, and
Absolutely. That's how I do it. If I got a full breakfast, everything's getting mixed up.
yeah,
Well, that didn't work out very well. How do you send an email on your phone? Am I that stupid?
go to your Gmail. You might have a little thing that says a
Yeah,
icon like right here.
I did all of that. It didn't make a difference.
I got all of my
And
email
that
accounts.
little icon I have Gmail in it. You press that icon, and a bunch of little icons are in it, and you hit the one that says Gmail or email,
On
whatever
my
your
phone.
email is.
If you look at this app right there, that's called Mail. You can put all of your accounts on that one app. It comes with the iPhone, kind of like right there, all boxes, all inboxes. I can
Yeah.
get an email from anything I got in there, and I've got like 4 different email addresses. They all come in this one
Yeah.
deal here. That's pretty handy.
Yeah, I could get my emails. That ain't no problem. Did y'all hear my phone just go off?
I didn't notice it.
Okay. I got a message. So my phone makes a noise and has a vibrate. I'm in the middle of trying to take a picture when it vibrated.
Oh,
So how clear did that picture really come out?
I don't know. Kind of.
Yeah, it didn't. Let me try this again. This should not be this hard. Let's see if that makes a difference. Ugh.
Me, I like rice and eggs. A couple of different ways I can cook it. I can make it. I mean, you use cook rice already. It's already cooked. And you take some soft eggs, and just throw the rice over the soft eggs, and then cut it up like you do grits, and eggs. I like it like that. Or I like it, put three eggs in the bottom of the skillet. And when it start getting a little bit done on the bottom of the eggs, getting a little firm on the bottom, then I'll throw my rice, the amount of rice I want in it, which is like a cup and a half of rice. And I'll mix it up in the skillet, let that yellow get cooked down a little bit, and keep folding it over and, mixing it. And it don't take long to, a minute or so, throw it in the plate. Yellow's cooked, all that.
I guess the only rice I've ever had with egg in it would be fried rice, like Chinese places. They put egg
but there's
in
more egg in it than the Chinese stir fry.
Yeah, but Louisiana, man. I mean, they put rice in everything. You go order a hamburger over there in Louisiana, you got to say, "Hold the rice."
Yeah, it's about right.
I always have rice made in the refrigerator.
I love rice. We use it. If I would have made my gumbo today, I would have had to make some rice, but I'm doing that tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Just to eat, no video. It's Uncle Larry's. I'm cheating.
Louisiana's been a rice state since the French came down here. They started growing rice. And then the Germans, Austrians, when they came down to Louisiana, later on, they were rice farmers. They got a lot of rice farmers down the road in Roberts Cove, Germans, Gaydon, zone breakers, rice farmers.
Yeah.
And there's, I think Louisiana leads the United States in rice production, if I'm not mistaken. Louisiana, Texas, and then Arkansas.
In Japan, McDonald's has rice as a side, really. That don't surprise me.
Japan. Full Wave Rick, I don't know about that. He was a school teacher taught English in Japan back in the 80s when he got out of the Marines. But I didn't know McDonald's had it at the side there. But it's no
I didn't
surprise.
Yeah, when I was in Korea, we ate a lot of rice and vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they made it taste like really, really good too. So
What, jambalaya? Oh, hell yeah. And then boudin, yeah. No, I watched part of that movie, the one with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd with the old man eating the boudin. I mean the hot dogs when they were captured. That sure looks like boudin.
Might be.
That what they were serving in that old man's in the judge's house. In that video, sucking on a chili dog. I watched that part of that movie, and that looks just like boudin.
Yeah,
If
ain't no way I could.
If they have dogs that look like that, I don't know what kind of dogs that is or sausage that is, because boudin's kind of light color instead of a dark color. Something that's been smoked.
Rob, I couldn't spend that. Ain't no way. I just had to make it from scratch like I've done all my life. I can buy that same stuff for $6 in a store. If the shipping's what's got it so jacked up. What about if you got 2 jars or 3 jars? Is the shipping the same or is it different? It would
Probably
kind of
goes up just a little bit.
4 jars for that amount of shipping. That'd make it worth it more. But 1 jar, heck no. Nah, I wouldn't spend that either.
What? $25. That's shipping included. Okay.
Yeah. It's mainly
so
shipping.
you buy the Uncle Larry's for $6 a jar?
Yeah,
that half a gallon jar or whatever it is?
Yeah, you can buy them locally for that.
I didn't know it was. I thought it was like 10 or $12.
I've got something sitting on my gumbo right now. I don't feel like moving. This is his stew and a few. That is some good gravy, man. You just take you out however much you need, heat that up, and that's gravy ready to go.
Is that a half gallon or is that a quart?
That is
that's a pretty good looking masonry jar right
2
there.
pounds. It don't say it. That's probably
32 ounces is a quart.
It don't say how many ounces, but it does say 2 pounds. Oh, it says 2 pounds, 5.8 ounces. Whatever that
2
is.
2 pounds, 5.8. Okay, that's 32 and 30. That's 38 ounces. That's over a quart.
Over a quart.
Or that's a quart jar, and they measured the weight of it instead of the amount.
There's some of his ready set gumbo, but that don't have the okra. I got the okra. I got some of that too. That's good though.
Yeah, ready set gumbo. Yeah, Uncle Larry, you need to try to look for that in your major supermarket.
I got enough to last me
and try that. That's authentic Cajun gumbo right there in a jar. All you do is add your shrimp or your meat chicken to it or whatever.
He makes a real good Cajun seasoning too. That's what he seasons his gumbo and everything with.
Let me make that big. Hold on. All right, there we go. Now we can see it better.
Yeah. Good stuff. I got a big jug of it. It's not full because I don't even know where it's at, but he makes it in a big container, and I probably got about that much left in the bottom of it.
The seasoning or the gumbo?
Last month. Huh?
Show that ready set gumbo jar. Since we got you big. The ready set gumbo jar.
Yeah,
the gumbo jar, Uncle Larry?
Yeah, this is the ready set gumbo. Then I got some up here with okra in it. Ready set gumbo.
Yeah. Man, that might be a quart jar, but it sure looks bigger than a quart. I don't know, Kyle. I've never had it. I'm gonna have to look for it in the store and buy one and compare it to what me and Missy make.
He's also got a dark sugar barbecue rub. Brown sugar, I'm sorry.
Oh, brown sugar dry rub.
I had never
Brown
tried that.
sugar with a bunch of seasonings in it.
I'm gonna try it one of these days.
If y'all interested in that ready set gumbo, Russ right there, Smoky Ribs, has a video out on it.
Hey,
Go to his channel, hit the subscribe and like, and look for that video, Ready Set Gumbo. And
all right, I just got a text from Simon. He said, "Tell Rob to check Ralph's website," and he sent a picture. The gumbo online is $7.69. Okay, and ground UPS is $7.19.
not bad.
So you can get one jar for $15.57. And
Good
like I
deal.
said last night, you might be able to add 2 jars and get that for the same shipping. I don't know. You just have to go in there and act like you're going to check out, but don't actually check out unless you're ready to buy it. Ralph's. What is Ralph's? Where is Ralph's?
Ralph's, yeah, he's got a comment in the chat. Rob does saying, "I'm going to try Rouse's."
Well, Simon typed in Ralph, like Ralph, RALPHS.
Oh,
Ralph's.
they might have a Ralph's supermarket over there.
Maybe he means Rouse's. I don't know.
Oh,
Simon,
okay.
did you mean Rouse's or Ralph's?
Yeah, Rouses.
Yeah, ROUSES, Rouse's.
Ralph's is a major grocery chain.
Yeah,
Kyle
out
said.
of Louisiana.
I never heard of Ralph.
Yeah.
I lived in Arizona. They had Safeway and Fry's over there in Arizona.
The major grocery chain. Okay.
Safeway is okay. Ralph's is probably part of the Safeway store chain.
I don't know.
I know one of them is Kroger, a Kroger store. Fry's is Kroger. Okay.
We used to have Kroger around here, but they disappeared a long time ago. We had Del Champs. They've been gone for years.
Oh yeah, Mr. Del Champ from Mobile, Alabama. That's where he was from. Started his first store in Mobile. Del Champs. When Mr. Del Champ died, we had one in Abbeville. When Mr. Del Champ died, his son took it over and sucked it all up his nose.
About the only chain grocery stores we got around here outside of Walmart or the little neighborhood Walmart would be Rouse's, Winn-Dixie. And we got a Piggly Wiggly, but that's way over there in Escataba. That's about all I can think of. Walmart and people like that just about put out around here anyway. It's drove a lot of them other names out of here.
Thank God for Wayne Lee, Perry Wayne.
We do have an Aldi that opened up in Ocean Springs. I've never been in there. I think you got to bring your own bags or boxes or whatever. Now, you go over to Mobile, like where Derek lives, my son, they've got Publix over there. I wish we had a Publix here. That's pretty nice.
They had one in Pascagoula on the north side of town by Walmart.
That was Public Warehouse. That was not Publix. That was called Public Warehouse. It was owned by Jerry Lee's. Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay. I used to go in there every now and then.
Yeah.
Then they had
Jerry
another
Lee
little.
It was called Public Warehouse. Now, if you go to Pascagoula, yeah, you got Wayne Lee's, and Jerry Lee's just recently sold out. I guess he's
really
dead, gone. Yeah, he sold out to somebody else recently.
Oh, okay.
whoever owned
I
it.
used to get that was the only place open that had cabbage. Cabbage was Jerry Wayne's in Pascagoula. On New Year's Eve, uh, I didn't have a ride to town. I mean, I could have walked to Perry Wayne's. My car was broke. My truck was broke down, and some friends of Uncle Red showed up at the house, and they were like, "What y'all cooking tonight for New Year's?" And I'm like, "Shit," says, "I want cabbage and black eyes," and they were like, "Hell yeah!" I says, "Well, I got the money for the groceries if I get a ride to Wayne Lee's." Went to Wayne Lee's, they was out of cabbage. Went to Perry Wayne's, they had a whole big like a fish box, them big boxes, 4 foot wide by 4 foot on a pallet. They had a hole in there full of cabbage.
That's called Ralph's Market. If Rob is still in there, he sent me a link through Messenger. I don't.
Rob said he was going to try Rouse's.
I really can't post anything in this chat.
They had a wholesale foods in Pascagoula too. They sold a lot of like restaurant stuff. They had like chicken tenders in these like Cisco bags, in quantity. I forget the name of that store in Pascagoula. It was a Quonset hut type building.
Oh, that was called Family Frozen Foods. That's not there.
Yeah.
They moved that probably 5 or 6, maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, at least 10 years, because I went there to get some crab claws, frozen crab claws to throw in my gumbo one year. And now you got to go to Jefferson Street in Moss Point, or Telephone Road where it turns in. It's actually on Telephone Road right before it swaps over to Moss Point. That's where it's at now. And they also got one right here in Ocean Springs, right here off of Washington, called Family Frozen Foods. But it used to be
I used to go over there. Man, they had some good stuff. They had them chicken fried steak patties like Hardy's got.
Yeah.
For their breakfast, they sold those beef patties that was already breaded. I couldn't tell the difference between that and Hardy's.
Me and my
wife.
They
sold skillets that were the same exact skillet as what Waffle House uses.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say they sell all kind of cooking utensils, pots, and stuff like that. Me and my wife need to go to this one because something else they carry there, and I used to order it online. It's Simmons Catfish Farm up in Yazoo City. I ordered it straight from the website, but they got it right here, right up the road from me. It's this family. I didn't know it at the time when I ordered it. That's some really good tasting catfish.
Oh, okay.
It's farm raised, but it's good. It's got a really good flavor to it.
Armando from the vault, what's up? We're here now in Webb City, and here to stay for now anyway. Yeah, that's about the 4th time you move, huh? You're living in Arkansas, then Oklahoma, and then I want to see Texas. I don't know, but anyway, how you doing, Armando?
There it is. Simon's got it in the chat there. Rouse Market.com cart.
Oh, that might be the link straight to the gumbo.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these big outfits, they got ways of lowering that shipping, and Uncle Larry probably needs to make a point to try to look to see if he can't get that down some to where people can order right through him without breaking the bank. Look at other options.
I'm going to have to get my phone. My phone's blowing up, so I got to catch up with some of my friends in California.
Oh, okay. All right, Booze. Take it easy, Mon ami. Appreciate you coming up.
Thanks for having me, brother. Smoky Ribs, good to see you again, everyone in chat.
Yeah, man.
Y'all stay warm, be safe, all that good stuff. Have a good stream. Y'all take care.
All right. Hopefully top. Yeah, I like that family foods over there. They had they had crawfish pots over there at one time when I went over there. Crawfish boiling pots.
Yeah, Yeah, they got all that stuff. I hadn't been into one in a long time, but like I said, we got one probably less than 2 miles from here. Probably more like 1.5 miles, just right up the road.
Okay.
I didn't even know it because when I'm driving, man, I'm like focused. And my wife was telling me about it. And anyway, one day she was driving. She goes, "There it is right there." I'm like, "Oh, crap. There it is." Yeah. So anyway.
So Telephone Road goes into Moss Point?
Telephone Road in Pascagoula turns to Jefferson. I'm sorry. It turns to Main Street in Moss Point.
Okay.
Jefferson's a different road. Yeah, it's Telephone Road, and that turns into Main Street once you go into Moss Point.
Okay. Moss Point is across the river.
Moss Point, If you leave and go north of Pascagoula and go up Telephone Road, that turns into Main Street. It just borders. That is the border right there. The old.
Oh hospital. Yeah. I'm thinking of Goche.
Yeah, Gaucher's back across the Pascagoula.
Yeah,
and the
Gaucher's across the river. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Moss Point north of Pascagoula.
I got the two towns mixed up.
Yeah. Then if you stay on that Main Street in Moss Point and get out of it, that turns into 613. Off 613, or if you keep going up there, that'd take you to Highway 63, and that'd take you up to Loosedale, like where Mojo lives. If I was to go to Loosedale, I wouldn't be going that way because I'm in Biloxi. I'm west of all that. I would have to take some other roads. I'm not even sure how I would do it. I've never went from here to there. I haven't been in Loosedale in years.
Yeah, me neither. Last time I went, we were selling shrimp over there at Wayne Lee's.
Yeah.
Whatever Lee's is up there. I don't know if it was Wayne Lee's or which one it was, but it was the same owners as the one in Pascagoula.
Years ago, I used to deer hunt up in McLean, Mississippi, and you had to go through George County and everything to get over into where McLean is. And what county is that?
George County. Right before the George County line, they got a liquor store.
Yep. Wagon
wheel or something.
But George County's wet now.
Is it?
Yeah, it is now. Finally, after all these years.
Cops can't write no more tickets then. They caught a buddy of mine and his family with 2 sacks of crawfish and a bottle of whiskey and a case of beer. They confiscated everything, even the crawfish. Went to put him in jail. Well, they did. Well, they brought him to the station. And then his mom was the assistant attorney, district attorney, or attorney general, with DA, district attorney in Pascagoula. And she called up there to the police station and said, "Y'all got my son? Y'all got Terry Golf over there?"
Mojo's saying only beer and wine. They don't sell booze there yet. Sound like I remember that now that you mention it. I was reading about it back when they first did that on one of these news websites, WLOX or whatever.
Oh, beer! They allow beer and wine, so you can sneak in a bottle of whiskey. Yeah, that's that's
crazy.
They just ruining themselves on taxes. Let the stores sell whatever they want: beer, wine, whiskey. Well, people are making it. So I mean, what's the difference?
We used to go deer hunting, and we'd have to go through George County to get to where we was going to another county. I can't remember. I think it was Perry County is what I want to say. But anyway, we had ice chests loaded down with beer and booze and everything else, and never had no issues. Never got pulled over. We wouldn't do nothing, just driving there. We didn't start drinking beer till like the next day or whatever. But we bought it here and took it with us.
You can actually give you a hassle for that. If you go in like to the deer camp, you can get beer and a bottle of whiskey cheap in Pascagoula rather than going up in the little bitty town, over there where it's more expensive.
Yeah.
They'll give you a hassle just bringing it through the county.
Oh, yeah. You're not supposed to have
as long as it's in the trunk or whatever, and you're not drinking it, and there's nothing open, they really can't do nothing to you.
No, I've always heard that they can't really search your car without. That's like an extension of your home or whatever. I don't know how true that is, but
Well,
sometimes,
they busted Terry and Miss Loretta Golf. She was, like I said, the assistant DA in Pascagoula, or in that
yeah,
county or whatever. She went up to the cop shop up there, wherever George County. I think Loosedale's what the county seat where the
yeah, it
courthouse is
is.
at, or the nearest police station, whatever. She went over there, and boy, and she ripped them a big one in their buttholes. She said, "I'll make all of y'all lose y'all jobs." Where's the chief? Man,
Yeah.
the chief walked in the front door and he saw her. And now this is related to me from Terry, because Terry was out, he was just being processed or whatever. They let him go quick, and they said, "Where's his 2 sacks of crawfish?" We'll have to go get them. They wasn't at the police station. They was at somebody's house. They was fixing to boil them. That's all they
Chuck, how
wanted
much?
was the 2 sacks of crawfish.
Chuck, how much was your $2?
No shipping. It was free. Just paid for gumbo.
Chuck,
Uncle Larry might have done that deal with him. He's pretty good about doing that stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know that he did. I'm just saying, once you buy from him and, like keep going, he'll do little things like that for you. He'll eat it or whatever just to keep the business.
yeah, going to a Mexican restaurant and can't order a margarita or a pina colada. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, but I think some of those restaurants are exempt from that in a dry county. There's restaurants that can sell that
Well,
like
that's kind of
that.
like Pascagoula years ago when I was a teenager. We could buy beer at 18 back then. You had to be
Oh,
21
yeah.
to buy booze. Now you got to be 21 to buy anything. But they had laws in place like after midnight on Saturday when it turned Sunday, you could not go buy beer on
Right.
a Sunday, period.
Because of the blue law. Because of
The
the blue
blue
law.
laws. But if you went to Thunder's Tavern, they'd sell it on Saturday right on through into Sunday and all day Sunday. They had a
Yeah.
resort license that excluded them from that law. So you
Oh,
could go
okay.
get tore up wasted on a Sunday. And that was the only people they could sell it was people that had a license,
Resort. I
resort
used to
license.
go to Thunder's.
Yeah, me too, man. I've eaten a many raw oyster and
Thunder's,
crawfish.
Brass Rail,
Yeah,
Sioux,
but he
Sioux
died.
Bayou,
Sioux
Sioux
Bayou.
Bayou. Yeah,
Yeah, I've
and
been there.
Gothay,
Go
Gothay,
check. Yep, been there, done
right
that.
on the river, right there.
Right.
I
Yep.
ran a shrimp boat. We had a shrimp boat docked over there behind the
Yep.
bar. And when Katrina came, it took that shrimp boat and set it. It was floating. And when the water went down, it was hung up by the back balcony of the bar room, the lodge. And anyway, when the water went down, it set it on one of the posts, big posts that held the wharf up in the river. Set it right down on there. Made a hole clean through the bottom.
Mojo said, "Nope, not here." What is he referring to?
I don't know. Oh, no, not here. Probably the Mexican restaurant with the pina coladas and margaritas.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, they finally abolished that law in Jackson County, and you can buy beer any day of the week, anytime. It don't matter.
Kyle
Most liquor
put, boo,
stores are not
Brass
gonna
Rail is a whole different club on the West Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got one here in the big famous town of Mamou, next door to world famous Fred's Lounge. That's only open Saturday, one day a week, and it closes at 1:30 on Saturday afternoon. It's open from 7 in the morning, and it's a little bar room. It's not that big, but man, you can't walk in there come 9 or 10 o'clock. That place is packed. I mean, there's people from all over the United States that go there, especially for Mardi Gras. And that's a world famous bar right there, Fred's Lounge. And right next door to Fred's is the Brass Rail. Different Brass Rail than Pascagoula one, though.
Yeah, that was a Brass Monkey in Pascagoula.
Yeah.
Brass Monkey.
Brass Monkey. Yeah, I called it Brass Rail
Yeah,
earlier.
it was on 22nd Street and Ingalls Avenue. Been in there a bunch of times. That's what I like about Louisiana, man. I used to go to New Orleans. You can buy booze and beer under one roof. You go outside in the parking lot and you get a date for a night if you got the money.
Get robbed or stabbed too.
Yeah, get robbed. Ain't that true?
All right, so Uncle Larry's website has it for $25 for the stew in a few, or you can get three jars for it for $45.
It's about to get busy in the South.
All that includes the shipping.
Have you ever tried it, Simon?
Not yet.
Have you ever had gumbo? Ever?
No.
No? I think you'd like it, man. It's
I definitely know I like it. It just
I think
it's not very popular around here. There's a couple.
Oh no, that's the reason I was asking if you ever had it. And that's what I'm saying. I think you would like it if you ever try it.
There's a couple of Louisiana restaurants in the area. I just never been.
I'll tell you the truth, man. When I took that first bite of Uncle Larry's on video when Keith Jenkins came down here, him and Josh, and I tasted it, I'm like, I can't do a bit better than that. I'm talking about from scratch. It's just that good. It's like, man, that's really good. So much more convenient. Ooh, gumbo and grits. Heck yeah. Over in Louisiana, they put a potato salad in their gumbo. I tried that. I wasn't a huge fan.
In the gumbo?
Yeah, in the gumbo. They actually top it with it. I use rice, but what we do here in South Mississippi, we always make cornbread to eat with the gumbo, you know. It's coming USPS. Okay.
Golly.
Well, if you pay $70 for 2 jars, then that's got to be some shipping in there or something.
Yep, because
that website you showed was $7 and something a jar,
right?
And if I go to Rouse's and buy a jar, it's like $6 and something, or it was. Okay. Now I'll make it from scratch before I.
Yeah, I don't mind making a roux. Or
easy.
What's the other one called? The
Cajun Trinity.
No, like for a bechamel sauce.
Yeah, it's like making a bechamel, but you got to get it a lot darker. I get mine by the color of a Hershey's bar.
I see that video.
It's time consuming. You know, some people say, I can knock out a roux in 15 minutes. I don't. I take my time. You know, I can get it darker that way.
Yeah, because if you try doing it hotter, you're just gonna burn everything in it. You know, you're gonna burn the fire.
Got to start over. But I'll get it just as dark as I can get it. As a matter of fact, I'll turn the fire off and I'll sit there and start for another 15 minutes, just picking up the heat off that cast iron. And it gets really dark then.
What do you got there, Boo?
Y'all ever used this before? It's some kind of silicone or Teflon cooking mat. You put this straight on the grill and say you got some veggies or something.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, I've
never used them before. I ordered a couple of them through a company I buy from, and it's like as seen on TV. You know.
Yeah, I've seen them. Me, it always
put them in the oven or on the grill or barbecue grill, and if you got some sliced onions and bell pepper and all, you want to make a little like a
you could do that.
Heat them up, sweat them. I never tried it, but I just want to know if y'all ever.
I always use aluminum foil with a little bit of a cooking oil in it, so nothing sticks to it.
Yeah, and this is non-stick, non-burn. It doesn't burn. It's made out of some kind of Teflon, some burn-proof material. Teflon, silicone. It's not silicone.
Roux ain't that bad, Rob. You start off at a medium heat, and then you start getting some color. And then the darker it gets, the lower you want to keep adjusting that heat. And when you get it like really dark, like the color of a Hershey's bar, you're going to be at its very lowest setting. I like doing it on gas. That way I can really dial it down. Yeah. And, but you ain't got to go
start off on medium heat.
I
You
give
can
it a
do
try
a
because
peanut butter
it's
color and it'd be
not.
all right.
I mean, it's mostly flour in it, right? It's
Yeah,
flour.
flour and cooking oil. That's it. Equal amounts.
50 is some sort of fat. It can be whatever kind of fat. I've even used lard.
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's all we had when I was growing up was lard. You know, hog
If
lard.
you use a cup of lard, like melted lard, you put a cup of flour.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can use butter. You can use cooking oil. Any kind of fat.
That's the only. That's the reason I wouldn't mind trying it because it's just a little bit of flour and a little bit of oil that you might mess
that's
up.
all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, if you mess it up, no problem. You didn't lose no money. You know, it's not like burning a ribeye. You know,
I'll tell you something else you can do. I know y'all seen people do it in the oven and the microwave and stuff like that, but I've done it on a stovetop and a cast iron skillet. Just put flour in there. You got to be very careful and very slow, and you start browning it that way. That way, when you make a gumbo, you ain't got no oil slick in there.
Yeah,
but I ain't got no problem with it. All you got to do when you make your gumbo and you turn the fire off, that oil is going to come to the top. You can take you some paper towels and just put right on top of it. It blots that oil off, and you throw it doing it. That, or you can skim it off.
Have you seen some idiots use tampons to soak up the grease off of meat?
Oh Lord! No, I guess it would work.
That was sometime last year. They used like 3 tampons to soak up all that grease from the ground beef. You just swell up.
There you go. I need your super absorbent tampons, please. I'm cooking today.
I pick up a new sponsor.
Yeah, Larry's got it dialed in for sure. Why you have to call me an idiot, Simon? What's he talking about?
When did I call you an idiot? On this live.
On this live. Oh goodness. Good Lord.
Good Lord. Yeah. Lord and fly.
Used to do them hog killings, man, and we'd sit there and cook them hogs over an open pit for hours. And once it went on the skin side, all through the night, that lard would be rendering. And we'd sit there and ladle it out and put it in these cleaned out, washed out butter tubs. I mean, that stuff be crystal clear. Put it in your fridge, it'll turn white, just like shortening or any other lard. But it's better because it hadn't been hydrogenated and all that stuff. It's straight off the animal. That's what I used to use.
Lance, I think you aged in the last 6 months or so, because I saw that a while ago and they were like young guys.
Yeah, buddy. This thing keeps asking me for a software update. I'm not doing that right now.
Yeah, I did mine earlier.
Details.
It actually started asking me on Sunday for update.
I guess I need to update it, but I'm not going to do it while I'm on live.
Right. I did it in the morning, like the morning after.
Oh, Lance, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Some idiot used tampons.
Yeah. I think that's what Simon was giggling about just now.
Yep. I just had to look down there and sit. Nah, I don't watch many of them shorts, man. I just never could get into them. TikTok and all. I don't even have TikTok on my phone no more. To me, that's the number one reason YouTube don't do as good as it used to. That it just about ruined it, man. Ruined people too. Their attention span went to the toilet. A lot of them. Best thing YouTube could do for creators is have it to where when you start a video, you can't fast forward. You can back out, but you can't fast forward. You either sit there and watch the thing or you back out. That way, if they want to see the end of it, they're gonna have to wait.
I got your video, your
Sorry.
beef jerky video, in the description box. The link.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get it in there before, but I ran out of time and we went. I was shaving and
When you do it, I don't see it.
just now. It's in the description box of the.
Oh, in the description box. Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the YouTube part.
Okay, yeah, I'm not on YouTube. Gotcha.
Mountain of Coin Accord. How you doing, Dean? I bet you it's cold up there in Montana.
Oh, that's what I meant to actually look at the temperature.
I got that new channel starting up. I put it on Facebook yesterday, just to my friends and stuff on Facebook, letting them know that it's coming. It has no content yet. And I haven't looked today, but the last time I looked, it was up to 69 subscribers already. I'm like, no content. I'm like, dang, heck yeah. That'd give me a nice little kickoff when I do start posting.
Type that in the chat.
Let me get to the link real quick.
And we'll type that new channel in the chat and we'll all go there and sub.
Where is the share? Oh, right
I
here.
hope to have some. I want to have at least 5 videos done before I actually start the channel. Have like 5 videos. I don't want to post them all at once. I want to post one,
right?
Then maybe the next day 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll actually mention it on one of my videos. That way I can really jumpstart the. Yeah. If it's a good video, if it's a video that don't get a lot of views, and
there's that link for Russ's new channel.
All right.
It's called Skill Savvy DIY.
Yeah. I doubt it even shows up in the search yet because
because you don't have any videos. That's why. But that's the link you go to on it though. That'll show up.
Yeah, you can go in there and subscribe. I got I've got my avatar and I've got my banner done.
There it is right there.
Yeah, that's what it looks like on a phone. If you look at it on a computer, you'll see some AC gauges and then you'll see a multimeter and probe type.
Now I gotta go like that.
Right.
Yeah, y'all click on that link, it'll bring y'all straight to it, and y'all can sub him from there. Let's see. I got it opened up here. 74 subscribers.
74.
I'm number 75.
Well, it's funny,
75
man.
and still alive.
When I started my Smoky Ribs channel over 11 years ago, 11 and a half years ago, it took me 3 months to hit 100 subscribers, 3 months. And then the rest of the year, the next 9 months, I ended up hitting 1,000. Then it was Katie bar the door after that. I just started growing it, you know. You could do that.
Yeah.
It's hard.
That's what I thought it would take for me to get to 100. Would be the whole year. Man, everybody subbed right away. I got over like 400 when the first month.
Yeah.
Like golly.
Yeah, if you read that
helps a lot.
If you read that, you know, when you hit a channel, you can hit that arrow and read about the channel.
Huh?
I put that in there. I actually put I want to have at least 10 videos, but I think I'm gonna open it when I hit 5, and I'll go in there and just erase that part. You know, once I do. So we'll see. I've been making a list of things to do.
Yeah, you see the gauges and the meter.
Some of this stuff, like working on refrigerators and freezers and all that, I got to have a camera down real low, so I rigged this up earlier. And if you pull these out, hang on.
I've got a camera holder just like that one. I love it.
Yeah, that one's being aggravating.
I don't have that style tripod, but I got that same holder.
That one holds the phone, right?
$3, I think it was on AliExpress.
Let me pop this with my knife.
And it screws down. It don't have that spring that you pop up, put your camera in, and let the spring go. It don't have that. It's got a little screw knob on top that you just lightly put pressure on your phone.
Let me try another.
Because them springs, if you got a big phone, you pop out that spring and put it on your phone. Somebody told me it cracked their screen one time.
I gotta put some oil on this one. It ain't wanting to pop out too good.
$3 for that camera holder on AliExpress.
There we go. But anyway,
It's
got
got
to
the
get me
screw in
hooked
the
to
bottom.
the camera
This
set right here.
turns.
Yeah, this is the one that came with it. I can put a regular camera on that head,
Oh, wow.
but I want to do it all with an iPhone. That way I ain't got to worry about light or anything. It'll self-adjust when I'm down low to the floor. And then if I'm up in the air or whatever, working on the air conditioner, I'll have my regular cameras out there for that.
How much you pay for that tripod?
I don't remember. I've had it for years. It needs oiling.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why it's so tough to deal with.
Yeah, I just need. Well, normally it ain't hard just to get it like it normally is. It's got these little buttons. Like this is the way it would normally set. Like that, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, you can extend these legs out some.
Right.
But I want.
I got one like that, but
really low.
I don't think mine's that good at quality.
Yeah, it's aluminum.
Yeah,
It's,
I don't know what
pretty good
mine is. I
brand.
got mine from Walmart. It's an On brand, ONN.
It's made by Newer.
You are? Yeah.
Yeah, Amazon's got them.
The new tripod I
Oh,
bought
yeah.
it's aluminum as well.
I'm familiar with Newer. Somebody told me about them a couple years ago. It might have been you, right?
I used to have a couple of Manfrottos, the old style, the aluminum Manfrottos, and I just threw them in the trash the other day, and somebody stopped and took everything I had out there that was made out of metal, those included. I had them out by the road.
Yep.
What happened is we used to use them. We had a camera kayak. Derek had all the cameras in there. He had them tripods and it was subjected to salt water. You know, we were out there fishing. I'm in the other kayak fishing. He's filming everything. And it wasn't long after that, man, them nuts and all where you adjust the legs, they started seizing up like crap. So I retired them and bought new ones. Should have had some plastic tripods out there for that.
Over the stove shots. Oh, okay.
Stuff. Stove shots, yeah.
I'm gonna have to make but I'm gonna have to make some kind of, I don't know, box, plexiglass box or something, some kind of glass cover, because all that steam, if I put my phone or camera or whatever over my stove, you know, we make so much splatter, you know, when we browning down the, like,
back it off some. You'll still pick it up. Then you can zoom up on while you're editing. That's what I do.
Yeah,
my
but then all that smoke from the pot, steam, smoke, what have you, come up and get all over the lens.
That's what I'm saying. When I do stove shots, I got a tripod sitting here. I've got 3 big tripods that I use for my regular cameras. And I'll get that thing and I'll angle it down at an angle like this to where you can see everything. And then in editing, I'll just pull it up real close to where you pretty much just see nothing but the pot, you know, but it's always at an angle. It's never straight down. That'd be almost.
So you can zoom in on editing, right?
Yeah. Easy. Yeah.
I know a guy that he brings his stuff in, zooms in, and you can see his hands, so he's not touching a remote or anything. So I figured he was doing that in his editing program software or whatever.
All of my videos, you'll see me talking or you'll see me doing something. You'll see me talking. All of a sudden, when I pronounce something like with some strength, I'll zoom up close to myself. Then I'll back out. I do all that in editing using keyframes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy maneuver. Another thing I do is, let's say I just got one camera angle. I'll have it zoomed out while I'm editing. Then I might zoom real close. I keep playing with it. I might slide it over to where it looks like you got a second camera angle, but really you don't. You're doing it all with one camera, you know. I hate when my nut seize up. Me too.
All right, full wave. Check your email, man. I was planning on making a over the stove out of cypress,
Yeah.
because I know how to do that with wood and them star nuts, with bolts and star nuts, and I could just attach it to the wall, and then I can fold it away when we're not using it, and that would hold my phone over the pot.
Yeah.
Boy, but I would just hate for that phone to drop in that pot.
Oh man.
I'd probably have it to where, if it would fall, it wouldn't fall in the pot, and just have it angled a little bit.
All right. That one clamp I just showed you, it locks the phone in there pretty good, which I use my phone quite a bit in these videos. I try to color grade it to where it matches my other cameras, but I don't use it in all of them. But all my thumbnails, I take with that phone, every last one of them, even though I got some really good cameras, but just quick and easy.
This one holds it good too.
Yeah.
I like that screw on top, then it's got that little.
That looks like the same.
It is.
Got on this one.
It is.
Yeah, looks identical. Same curvature, right?
Yeah, you got a little nut hole down, 1/4-inch thread right here on the other one, the one that's screwed onto the main part.
Oh, right here. Yeah, that's how I got it on there. Just screw it.
No,
on
not that one. Right above it. Right above it.
Yep, sure do.
Yeah, right there.
I didn't know that was
Right
on there. I could actually just lower. I could lower
You can
that.
take that off if you. Yeah, you can take it off if you want. Of that one, and screw it onto that where the other one's screwed onto with that 1/4-inch thread, and use it individually if you want.
Okay.
But I leave it on that way because I can turn it like this, flat down like an overhead shot.
Yeah,
and it's a lot better with the whole assembly to do it like this. It's better with the whole assembly.
Right, I got you. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I paid $3 for that one. For that camera holder. That's cheap.
That camera holder actually come on a tall tripod. When I was shooting this video using this freeze dryer, I could not set up my big cameras in here, so all that shot with an iPhone. Something I could just put one tripod, and I have my mic so I can record into them independently, without hooking it to my iPhone. That's how I shot those videos. All problem with the iPhone, everything looks a little oversaturated to me. So if I try to match it to my regular cameras, I have to drop that saturation down a little bit to where it matches better. But even then, it's not perfect, but good enough.
That's where I'm lost in editing. All that saturation, contrast. The other one, I forget all them other ones.
Is just like if you got something that's red and yellow and blue, it just really makes it pop. It intensifies those colors.
Oh, okay.
And
I wish more YouTubers would give a quick tour of their cameras, mics, the studio.
Yeah, this is my here it is. This is my face cam that I use in my videos.
Full weight erect. What's that, mon ami?
This is a Sony. That's the one I use.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What would you just do?
Then
sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah,
you got to get a little closer to the camera.
I thought that was JB for a minute.
Yeah, you kind of look like JB there. Hey, boy.
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
No, not Waldo. What was the other? World War II.
Oh, Killjoy.
Yeah. Okay, Kilroy was on my head, and look what he did to my hair. Kilroy was hair. Okay, I'll quit.
Getting a little thin up there. Getting a little thin on top.
I just shave it. I just take the dog shear or the shears.
Yeah,
the electric shears. I just go to town. Even this stuff's too long right now. I don't like it. this hair up here under the nose, it just starts right as soon as it comes out. It starts growing right up into the nose and starts waking me up at night.
That's
I
a
wake
nice
up, I'm like,
camera there, Russ.
That's
hey, baby.
that's one of my B-roll cameras for shooting like food only when I'm
Damn.
cooking, and that's what this one's for.
Damn, man.
Damn.
That's what. Did you see my little comment before I checked out? It was, I wish more YouTubers would show their
Yeah, that's
camera
the
setup.
reason I'm showing these. Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that. He's showing his stuff, but he's not showing it set up. He's just showing what he's got. You know what he uses.
How much is one of those?
Well,
just one that you know.
That first one I showed you.
Yeah.
If you bought it new, and keep in mind all they come with, and sometimes they don't come with that. They come with a kit lens. That lens costs as much as a camera does. So that first one I showed you, it's an older model. It's a A66 or 6600 Sony, and I think it sold. I bought that one from Jeff Rice with Dead Broke Barbecue. And at the time, I looked at the price of them. They were like $600 something just for the camera, and that lens cost $5 something. So $1,200 just in that one camera. You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying is if somebody wanted to kind of start a basic YouTube channel, electronicals, with they don't have the microscope and all that stuff yet, but they got. So I got like a Sony camcorder that you hold with that has a strap, you know.
Yeah.
The older, it's pretty nice. The side flips out. You can see what you're looking at, but you can mount it on a tripod and it kind of focuses down or zooms in and zooms out. But I mean, I got that for pretty cheap. Cheap ain't cheap. It was like the dude bought it the guy I bought it from bought it at a pawn shop for like $600. I think they diddled him a little on the price, but anyway, yeah, I got a nice Sony Handycam thing. It's not that old, but I think I can do the business with the tripod. But it'd be nice to see other YouTubers what their setup is behind, in front of the scenes, behind the scenes, or whatever you want to call it. The microphone, all that stuff. You know, that'd be cool to see.
This is what I use.
Is that what a lot of people say? Just do it with your phone. I'm like, I got it. What is this? A Motorola stuff popcorn up my Play 5 or something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I shoot everything with my phone right now. So.
Yeah, Jeff sold me that because a couple of years ago he went into full frame cameras. These are crop sensors, the ones I just showed you, and he went full frame, big boys. And each one of them cameras, including the lens, he's got 4 of them. Each one ran around $3,000. So he's got like $12,000 invested in cameras. I'm like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
4.
Hell, Chef John too. He's got a bunch of money invested in his equipment. You know, Chef's backyard.
Yeah.
He was talking about one of his cameras was something like $2 or $3 grand or something. Like, dang.
Yeah, he just bought more equipment so he can start streaming more. So
Jeff would tell you, he says, I named it Dead Broke because I'm a gear head, you know, when it comes to cameras and stuff like that. And he goes, that's why I'm always broke, because he's always buying that expensive stuff, you know.
Oh, fuck me. Son of a bitch. Cocksucker. Sorry about the language. Man, there goes a whole.
I'm used to it.
There goes a whole aluminum bottle down on the floor, all over my guitar. Fuck! Sorry about language. All right, I'm good now. I'm okay. Got to clean that up for sure. It's kind of ironic. I get these aluminum bottles that you can put the cap on, you know? See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I opened it up.
You don't put it on, you spit.
Well, I was going to put it on. It was already on fire when I lay down on it. I took a swig, set it on the speaker, and was going to put the lid on it, and it fell over. Or it abandoned ship or something. Oh, anyway, it's okay. Yeah, I just thought I'd liven up the chat for a minute. Maybe I even did it on purpose. You never know.
It's already 9
I
o'clock.
doubt it. I wouldn't spill a beer on purpose.
I know, it sucks. Yeah, all right. Right on the carpet, too. Guitar amp, guitar. Fuck. The only thing I didn't spill it on was the, whatever you call that thing. Power strip.
Good
Phew.
thing.
If I can dodge that bullet.
You blew the breaker in it. You can only blow them breakers a couple times. Actually, if you get a lightning strike and it protects your stuff, you're supposed to change that strip out because it's on its way out after that. It can only take so many spikes.
Yeah, if even that, I was up there at A1 Auto Parts one time years ago when I worked up there doing automotive AC, and man, it come a bad lightning storm, and it knocked the power off, and Sheila had all her computers in the back where she does all the bookkeeping, everything for the store. It's an auto parts store, plus it was a three stall garage on the back part where I worked, and anyway, when the power come back on, the computer wouldn't come on. So she unplugged the surge protector, then plugged right in the wall. The computers come up. So it did its job, but it fried the surge protector in the process, you know?
Yeah, it did its job. Yeah. And even
buy
though it doesn't, if you think you had a lightning strike, and that thing tripped and saved your equipment, they advise you to change it because it might not protect it the next time.
Right. What I want
the
to
protection
install
might be fried in it.
What I want to install on this house out there by the meter base is a surge protector that protects the whole house, not just one outlet. It protects everything. And I would like to do that. Or we get some wicked thunderstorms at times. You know, I'm sitting there unplugging everything.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's
when I was over there, there were bad thunderstorms. There's something about Louisiana and Mississippi, Alabama. Especially Mississippi for some reason. I think Mississippi gets more lightning than Louisiana does.
We get our share of it on them bad storms. What was it about a week or so ago? All that bad lightning rolled in, tornado warnings.
Oh yeah, that was about a week and a half, something like that. And yeah, we had bad weather here too. I mean, we had some bad weather, man. Hackberry had a tornado to the west of me across Big Lake, Calcasieu Lake, or Lake Calcasieu. We could just call it Big Lake down here. And there's a town of Hackberry south of I-10 on the way to Holly Beach. That place got tore up from the floor up from a tornado. A small fishing town.
Yeah. Don't never know when that's going to happen either.
Tore up from the floor up. I'm beat from my head to my feet.
I gotta go switch that water over. Be right back.
Whatever. I think he's probably going to count his money. Hey, I just stepped in it. Shit. I got to get a towel. Shit ain't going to clean itself, that's for sure. What do you call a deer with no eyes?
Got a what?
What?
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
A blind deer? I don't know.
No idea. If you hear something, let me know. I don't know either. No idea.
No idea.
No idea. I don't know either. If you hear something, let me know.
That's like the guy asked his buddy, he said, "Hey, do you know where I can find a toupee?" The other guy says, "Not off the top of my head."
That was a good one.
Yeah, that is. I heard another one kind of like that, and I can't remember. But I mean, I heard it today or yesterday. Oh yeah, I remember who I heard it from, but I can't remember it all yet. So go ahead.
Carry on.
I'm gonna do some calculating up in my G. Gordon Liddy up here. All right. Good boy. Anyway, yeah. Fuck. It was funny. I remember that.
I'm gonna mute you in a minute.
Well, you can't mute me if I just shut the fuck up and don't say much.
Man, watch your mouth. I'm telling you, Danny.
Oh, sorry. Language. You know, Utah, all the Mormons.
Yeah, well, you're not one. I know that. Well, maybe they cuss like a sailor too. I don't know.
No. I'm not from here.
I used to have them elders, from the Mormon church, Latter-day Saints, riding bicycles. They come around my house every now and then in Mississippi. Man, they'd eat my food. They wouldn't drink the beer, though. They even brought me them little Kool-Aid packs. They don't drink Kool-Aid or tea. They don't, that acid, tannic acid or whatever in the tea, they don't put that in their bodies. They got their own mix. It's something like a Gatorade mix or Kool-Aid mix, and it's pretty good. They gave me a few little packs of it. You just add it to water, and I guess you add sugar to it, I think. Forgot. Stir it up. It's good stuff. They got their own brand of stuff they drink. They don't put tea or coffee in their bodies, though.
No, their body is a temple. That's what they're taught. So you only put good stuff in it, I guess, or something. I was a Mormon until
that's good for health too. Health reasons too.
Yeah.
But beer is grains, ain't it? Grains and hops and stuff. Man, that's all good stuff to eat. But you just
it's healthy.
Taking it in a different form. It's beer.
It's better than coffee. I mean, it's healthier. It's just as healthy as coffee.
Beer is health food.
Health, yeah, that's right. All health, made out of all healthy stuff.
I always heard 1 or 2 beers a day is good for you. So I said, shit, 12 is bound to be real good. So,
Yeah,
24 is better.
Everything in moderation.
My doctor, my dad's doctor, he said I drink 2 beers a day and or like 2 glasses of wine, and he says there's nothing wrong with it, as long as you keep it at in moderation.
Yeah,
actually wine's kind of healthy for you.
It is. It's good for you.
According to the Food and Drug or whatever administration, wine is healthy.
A lot of people kind of compare alcohol with drugs, but drugs are in your system for days, weeks, sometimes months, where alcohol metabolizes in your system just like food because it is a food technically. And the next day you can pass a piss test. You ain't got to wait 30 days or whatever.
Yeah. Kyle said, I got a book I'll save for $1,000. I won't even knock on your door. No, they don't sell nothing. They just preach to you. They give you a book. They give you the Mormon Bible. I get me a little miniature version.
They used to hand them out at school, the little red ones. Remember the little red Bibles? Did they do that in Louisiana? They did in Mississippi.
That was kind of a King James version, though.
Yeah, but it was the Mormons that would.
Oh, was it? Oh, no, we never got that because, we have a Catholic influence down
I think
here.
It was the Mormons. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mormons what? No, I'm an expert.
Mormons, I think, had the Book of Mormons, so maybe it wasn't the Mormons. I don't know. Where'd Simon go?
Yeah, well, the Book of Mormon is their Bible, their book.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I'm not an expert, but supposedly they found the golden tablet in New York. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Where did Simon go?
I guess he bailed out.
I hope I didn't scare the shit out of him.
You're good. Trust me.
That's pretty clever.
You're mild
like
compared to some of them lives I've been in.
I'm saying that back scratcher's pretty clever.
Yeah, it's handy.
You know those bamboo? They got the bamboo version in Japan. It's like a little inch-wide slice of bamboo, about 3 feet long, and then at the very end it's curved, and then they put little slots in it.
Yeah,
like fingers. Uh-oh. Fuck. Ooh, what have I done?
Danny.
Hang on.
I think I fucked the pooch.
I'm grabbing something. It's taking me a minute. Everything's hung in front of it.
Whatever happened to Creepin' Charlie's? You ever remember them houseplants, Boo?
What's that?
You ever see a Creepin' Charlie? It's a houseplant. Called
Yeah,
the Creepin' Charlie.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's some form of
Yeah, the bamboo back scratcher.
They do okay, but this metal one really digs in good. I like it better.
That's extra wide. Yeah. Leaves no stone unturned.
I've got 2 of them
Man,
bamboos. I don't know where the other one is.
I can't figure out where to put my head in front of the camera. So it's like, I think it's tilted that way, and then I lean over and it's the other way. It's like everything's backwards, like looking in a mirror or something. I'm not used to this shit.
Well,
Anyway,
you can mirror your camera. They got a little box you check, mirror your camera, and it's right there in StreamYard. It says mirror your camera, and boom, you're right there.
I think I'd rather just I think I'll just suffer through.
I think you have to go in your settings. Yeah, you have to go in your settings in StreamYard, the little gear wheel, and it'll say mirror camera. And then when you click that, it'll be on just right.
Yeah. I gotta focus on you two guys and quit looking at myself. You know?
Yeah, because you dead square in the middle of the frame. Or
I know, it's just when I look at myself, I'm like,
not quite perfect, but it's there. Yeah.
I just mirrored mine.
Yeah, but if you,
I'll do that next time. But yeah, I'm not here to look at myself in the mirror. I can do that in the bathroom.
Like, I don't have to mirror mine because it's right the first time. But he's on a phone, so usually a phone will do that.
Yeah.
It's just it's a hard habit to break. You look at yourself, you go, my glasses are crooked. I gotta blow my nose. What's that?
Mine are most of the time crooked.
Is that dinner? But anyway,
when I was in the hospital, they got crooked. I think I fell asleep with them in the hospital, and they kind of got little being out. They just cheater readers. That's all they are. They just reading glasses from the dollar store. $7.
You remember these?
I've been having them for 5 years.
Remember last week, these?
Yeah.
They're safety goggles with the broken ass. What's left of your glasses? They're Scotch taped to the front. They even got bifocals. But anyway, so yeah, I got my new glasses. I got 2 pair, eye exam, out the door, tax, everything out the door, $85. Two glasses. Just to prove it.
That's a good price. I'm glad America's Best still doing business like that.
Take my word, there's a pair of glasses in this shop rack. And then I'm wearing one, right? So yeah. That wasn't bad. That was as cheap as you could do it.
I did that deal in Baton Rouge, but it was only for 1 pair. And I ordered the photogray, and those are glass. And they were like, that glass is going to be heavy on you. You don't want that. They want to sell me the plastic lenses, more expensive. And I said, no, I want photogray. And I picked out my frames, and they were small, kind of like this, And well, they came in the mail or whatever. I went picked them up, or they sent it to me in the mail, and hell, they wouldn't turn dark. So I called them up and I says, how do you get these things dark? Do you have to like put them in boiling water or something, or to get them activated or something? Well, I'm at a loss here. And they said they don't turn dark. I'm like, no. She looked at my chart, whatever, and she was like, they must have not photographed them. We're going to order you a new pair. I'm like, well, what do you, okay. So they ordered a new pair. They got them in, and they tried them, make sure they was photographed. But they were glass, and I wanted glass because I was framing houses. And sawdust, I'd wipe sawdust and sweat, and I wiped my glasses, and it would scratch the lenses. Glass won't scratch from sawdust. So
a
they
flashlight
ordered me
don't
another
work on
pair,
mine.
and they called me when they got them in. I picked them up. I said, what do you want me to do with these? Give them back to you? They said, no, they free. I'm like, oh, cool. Thank you. So I
These
got
are
2 pair of
photogray.
glasses for like $60.
These
That's
are
a good deal.
photogray, but you got to go outside before they activate.
Oh yeah, you
I've
have
got
to have sunshine light on it, sun
The
rays
ones
on
that
it.
I picked out, when you walk outside, they'll start darkening. But if you get in a car, they'll lighten back up,
Yeah,
even though
okay.
you got daylight around you.
Yeah, because you're not in the sun, actual sun
Right.
rays hitting them.
Yeah,
Some
you
kind,
had.
I guess that UV light or whatever.
I had to ask for that because I don't want to be driving wearing glasses there, looking through sunglasses necessarily, unless
Do they
my
still
son-
call those stand grays? Stand grays?
I don't know what they called them. She explained everything as we was ordering. I had eye insurance at the time. I think the visit was free, but the glasses I still ended up spending $500 between my glasses and my wife's glasses.
Yeah. So I just bragged up how I got 2 pair of glasses and a free eye exam for out the door $85. But when I was in there after the exam and I was ordering the glasses and doing all the stuff, they're like, what about bifocals? What about this? What about this? And I go, what is this? Okay, yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds cool. What is that out the door? And they said, $680.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just take the 2 pair of free glasses and the free eye exam.
Right.
Yeah. $85 out the door. I'm not saying it's awesome, but they're pretty light.
No,
These things are
no,
thick.
Kyle. There's dollar stores
That's
ain't
cool.
dollar no more. Not even family. I mean, Dollar Tree, $1.25 now.
How many viewers are here, Boo?
What?
How many people are watching? I can't see
11.
nothing on my.
11.
Since I came on, they seem to be dropping off. Where did Smokey go? Oh, there he is.
He just turned off his camera to do something.
I had to
I
take my Copenhagen out.
thought you couldn't take it anymore, and you bailed again. Everybody's.
If I
Fucking it's like
bail, I'm gonna disappear altogether.
Yeah.
It's like a
He's just stopping his camera like this,
Yeah.
and his avatar pops up like that.
I just want. Hey, what's cool though? So, like I said, I don't want to keep looking at my head and tilting it and looking at the camera and all this bullshit. Not used to it, but so what I did is I enlarged the screen and then slid the screen down to where all I can see now is you and Boo and Smokey, and that's it. No more distractions. If my head's crooked, I don't even know. Not even know. I don't care.
I'd hate to see if we still had the 5 and dime stores.
Like,
why is that?
That's why they call them dollar stores. Now they're not 5 and dime anymore. They're dollar stores. Well, people would say, I remember when, everything's, like the dollar store. I mean, you used to go in there and buy a lot of stuff for $1. You know, a pack of socks for $1. Uh, uh, you know, 2 pair of underwear or 3 pair of underwear for $1. You know, back in the late 70s, early 80s, when Dollar General was just, you know, a fledgling store, you know,
Right.
and they had that rough voice guy on there doing all the narrations doing it for the commercials, you know, and his voice just mesmerized you, you know. But anyway,
Hypnotizing you.
everything ain't $1 in a dollar store no more. They had stuff that was over $1 always, but there was still a lot of stuff $1. Now they got, you know, a dollar store here in town. They still got a dollar aisle on one side of the aisle. Everything's $1 on that aisle. Toothpaste, you know, Crest, Colgate, you know, the good name brand stuff. You know,
Yes.
and some junk for $1. They got junk stuff too. You know, it's worth $1 or 75 cents, but that's about it.
I
But
gotta
they still
go
got
count my.
good stuff in there. Them arts
Be
and
right
crafts, arts and crafts ladies, they love them dollar stores, man. They go in there and buy stuff, and man,
I gotta go count my money. I'll be right back. Hey, that's nice of you guys to invite me on. What I gotta say.
oh,
Hello? Hello?
yeah.
We
All right,
need
fool
to
head,
attack.
we hear you. We hear you. Go count your money.
We need to attack Harry Wood. Remember that movie 1941 with John Belushi? Where is Harry Wood? Poor
No.
Harry. Poor Harry Wood. He was out on the coast with in the little shack, and they bombed the shit out of him. That's kind of funny. All right. Whew. Nobody, no animals were injured during this recording. What is it? Is it peaches?
What you got coming up next for a video, Russ?
I don't know yet. Really hadn't thought about it.
Well, all right there, Randy. Let me get you in. Let me copy this and make sure I still got that copy.
Is that upside down?
Yeah.
And is it left to right backwards? All right.
It's just
Anyway,
now.
goddamn right. Shit, damn bull had it.
Danny,
Yes, sir.
watch your language. You gonna
Oh.
mess up my YouTube algorithms on my ads.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I'm supposed to be a clean family channel.
Okay, I got it.
All right, check email, Randy.
Boy, that other channel we was on the other night, they wasn't family clean at all.
Yeah, it's a brand new channel, and he don't have no monetization on there and running ads on his live streams and videos.
Nobody
they run
arranged
ads
it.
on mine according to what my live stream's about,
Yeah.
and that'll mess up the
Okay.
algorithms for sure.
Yeah, they can
The
demonetize
rain.
video.
Hey, what about the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain?
It doesn't make any sense. It never did.
I know, but that's a little better, ain't it? Come on. Look at it.
Oh,
Shave my whole
yeah,
head.
but it still doesn't make any sense. I never could get the meanings of all that. Nobody never could. You know, that's for people bringing up like proper etiquette or whatever, learning how to speak well. You know, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. I don't get the meaning of that. How about you, Russ?
They're trying to get something to rhyme, it sounds like.
Yeah, but taught people how to, young people coming up like in England and stuff, boarding
it's like
schools, how to talk properly and stuff. And, never
I
did
think
get that.
Well, I think it's enunciation exercises. Enunciation?
Yeah,
Is that a word?
pronunciation.
Yeah, I think
Well,
I
you
am.
taught England and you taught English in Japan for a way. I mean,
Yeah.
I figured
The
you might
gators-
know that.
The gators in the swamp will eat your ass a lot. Sorry about the A word.
I think I will shoot a video from my other channel. It shouldn't take long. I haven't really thought about my next cooking video. I've got some ideas. I just haven't made a decision yet.
Usually you shoot videos over at your son's on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but yesterday and today and Monday was cold as heck, so I know you didn't shoot a video yesterday.
Well, I don't shoot over there no more. I got all my stuff back that I wanted because he's full-time diesel mechanic now, and he ain't got time for it and making good money. So right. I'm back the way I used to do things, doing it all by myself, keeping all the money. So I'm good.
Yeah. So he's not going to do any editing for you neither?
I've always done my own editing, but I always gave him 30% to be my camera guy, and I gave him 50% of Facebook, what I earn on there. So now I'm getting 100% of both of them,
Okay. It's something, I can't see how many inches of snow. 6 inches. And hell, he's just right there in Arkansas. Right on the river, 710. He's straight north of me. He's up, about halfway from Arkansas, from the bottom line to the top of the line. He's not quite halfway up on the river.
I've been through there, going to Missouri, and from Missouri to Illinois. I lived up there for 8 months after Katrina.
We got 5 or 6 inches. What was it? 4 years ago, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, when we had them 3 snows that winter. Missy built a snowman outside. A little small one, but it was a snowman.
Yeah.
Missy loves playing in the snow. Like we had 5, 6 inches. They say you measure snow with a ruler in your yard. The thinnest part or whatever, and it ranged from 4 to 7. So I just kind of said 5 inches.
Yeah. I haven't seen no snow accumulate around here in a long time.
Well, back in 73, I don't know if it was January 73 or December or whatever, 73.
I remember that.
We had right at 2 foot in our front
that was
yard.
Like a major snowstorm down here when that happened.
Yeah.
I remember that one well.
I mean, when you get snow accumulating on all platforms out there, a foot of snow 100 miles out in the Gulf, 150 miles in the Gulf, and
a foot of snow snow in the Gulf.
Yeah, on them all platforms, they got like the top of dog houses and all that. Yeah, foot and a half of snow, 100, 150 miles offshore in the Gulf. That was a strong blizzard, cold front.
Pretty brutal.
And some big old snowflakes too. Man, I had fun in there, but I regretted. And I was a kid and I regretted. I looked at my front yard and I looked at my neighbor's yard. I'm like, man, I tore up my yard. When that snow started melting or whatever, that little mud, you can see the mud splotches, when the snow was melting. And then my neighbor's yard was looked like a blanket, just a smooth blanket of snow, because they didn't go outside and play in the snow like me and my sister did. And man, our front yard's full of holes in the snow and all that. And I'm like, oh man.
First heavy snow I remember, I was 4 years old, or 5 years old, somewhere right in there. It was around 1962 or 63. And man, it was like this deep out in the yard. I'm like, holy crap, man. I've never seen it before. My mom would take and put socks over our hands, and we didn't have no gloves. And then
Yeah.
she'd take sandwich bags and put around our little hands and tie them on there somehow to where we didn't get too cold. She'd let us go out there and play in
Wet,
it, make
yeah.
snowballs and stuff, Yeah, it was a wet snow. But
Where
Well,
was
the
this?
plastic bags kept the moisture off your hands.
yeah,
Where was this?
that was in
Back in
Pascagoula, Mississippi, where it don't normally snow at.
Mississippi.
Pascagoula.
Yeah.
That was and I didn't see it again till around 1973. I think I was around, how old would I have been? 14, 15, somewhere in there. And that was just as bad as that one in 62. And I haven't seen it like that again since then. Not that much. I've seen it snow
In 63, you were about 8.
5. I was born
5?
in 58.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said you was 14.
That was in 73.
Oh, 73. Okay.
Yeah. No, I was about 4 or 5. It was either 62 or 1962 or 63. I don't remember. I was little. I was really little.
73, I was 10.
Yeah, I think I was around 14.
I remember I had, in Christmas, we got a Daisy Rider BB gun, and I didn't shoot my eye out. I shot my tooth out.
You gotta be stupid to shoot your own tooth out.
Yeah,
I know. Well, everybody was saying, well, it wasn't my mom and dad that got me the present. It was my aunt and uncle. They're like, here's your present. And my mom about fucking turned white and fainted. And then about a week later, I shot my tooth out.
Come to find out, me and Danny born on the same day, just a different year. We're a year apart.
Crazy.
I was born the last month of 58, almost 59, but I call it December. I was born December the 2nd of 58, so it was almost over with.
Yeah, Missy was born the 1st
of December.
Okay. Yeah.
What year again was you born there, Smokey?
What's that?
What year was you born?
December 1958.
58. I was born in 63, Boo's in 64, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, you were between my dad and me, kind of in the middle-ish, you know? You got the full effect of the 60s, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't remember much about it probably till I was 3 or 4 years old. I remember most of that.
No, I'm saying, I don't know if you remember, but George Carlin said when he first started out with comedy,
yeah,
he did like truckloads of cocaine and he doesn't remember anything.
No, I wasn't old enough for all that because when 1970 come, I'd been 11. I've been 12, kind of towards the end of it. I'd been 11 or 12.
I remember the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 73, I was 10. Luckily, I kind of missed all that 60 stuff. But
I remember
the 70s weren't bad except for the gas shortage.
Yeah.
I remember I could.
That was like thing, and where I was from back in them days, you didn't hear about drugs too much until the 70s arose,
But I remember I'd ride, I think I was 13 or 14 or something. I don't know, can't remember. I'd ride down to the gas station on a motorcycle with no license plate, and I had an empty milk jug, filled it full of gas for 50 cents a gallon. I remember that.
Bigfoot saw me, but no one believes him.
What's
I thought Randy,
up, big country? Mon
I thought Randy
ami.
was jumping in here.
Bigfoot
I
saw
don't
me,
know
but
how
nobody believes.
you got to have a computer or something. I'm on my phone, but I can't see no comments.
Oh, okay. Well, you won't see them unless you know how to do it. On StreamYard, you won't. You'll have
You're
to
shit
pop
out
up
of
the
luck.
chat and all that. Yeah.
But if I can get my laptop going here, then you just look over, or something.
Yeah, that's it. You
I
have the
wonder
full
why
text
YouTube
screen.
doesn't. I wonder why YouTube doesn't keep it all in house, like do things like StreamYard, to where you don't have to leave the platform. You know what I'm saying? That'd be
Yeah.
nice if they ever
All I
done
do
that.
is pop out the chat from YouTube and bring it, on the side of my
Yeah,
StreamYard.
I've done that before, but I'm just saying, you think YouTube would go ahead and do it? It'd put all these other cats out of business, but still, that's what they do.
Like StreamYard has its own comment section, but you can't see what your moderators are doing in the StreamYard comments.
Right.
If one of your moderators delete a comment or time somebody out, StreamYard doesn't show that. Because that's all on the YouTube side.
I'm surprised you even see super chats, but it does. You can see them on StreamYard.
Yeah, that's the one thing that it does. The super chats will show up on there.
Yeah. That would get confusing, or anyway, vague, if you couldn't see who was doing what and why and no. But, hey, check this out! I got this over at Savers. It's our discount store. It's a Columbia fishing shirt. Can you see it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, them fishing shirts are nice. They're comfortable.
Yeah, guess what I'm going to do with it right now? I'm going to drop that bitch down on the carpet where I spilled all the beer. I'm going to suck that shit up because my foot's wet. I got the heater going.
Oh yeah, it's cold in Utah.
Yeah, I know you can stream with YouTube because I've done it plenty of times. What I'm saying, to where you can get other people on the platform. They used to have Google Hangouts, which would allow you to do that. But if you go live on YouTube, or at least time I did, there was no way to bring somebody else in on your live.
In the panel, right.
Yeah, on the panel. That's what I was getting at. Yeah, I've streamed on YouTube plenty of times, but not lately. I haven't.
Well, I mean, I watch lives and I've been watching YouTube stuff and studying electronic channels for like 10 years or more. And Boo is the first. This Boo goes, check your email. And then now I know what that means. But when Boo first said, check your email, I'm like, all right. I went over there, clicked on it, and it said, enter the chat. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting here live, I'm like, fuck. I mean, sorry. New Zealand, Australia, gee, many craminy. People all over the planet. If you can speak the language, you're live, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Pretty cool, actually. So, So I'm thinking about, I've been thinking about starting an electronics YouTube channel for a long time, many years. I don't know. That's why it's full wave rec. Spelt wrong. Rectifier, broken rectifier, full wave rec. Like a broken rectifier. RECKE. Anyway, not WRECKED, right?
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of thing came from. But anyway, yeah, Boo just said, check. Not very long ago, Boo said, check your email. And I checked my email, I punched on it, and said, enter the chat or enter the studio or whatever it says. But all of a sudden I'm like, look, I'm on TV.
Yeah, Quint,
and,
I remember now. Back in the fall, I did read somewhere where YouTube was going to make it to where you could bring people up. They're already doing that. Then that's good to know. Okay, cool.
Oh, I'm back. I had to bring Missy the phone. Her mama called for her earlier, so she's calling her back. Missy woke up. She's sleeping. She's getting some rest. Because she took my place this morning, doing the water and all that. And she was up for, her shift. She was up for 12 hours or 10 or 12 hours. So, no, not that long. Anyway, I took her place today so she can get some sleep.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna. I won't have to do it past 1 in the morning. The water and all that, because it's actually gonna warm up tonight instead of getting colder. It's actually gonna warm up. Rain tomorrow, and a little bit the next day, and then we're supposed to dip down again
Yeah.
below freezing for a couple mornings.
That's what's happening
So,
here too. Yeah.
710 was saying that they ain't defrosted yet, and I believe it because I still got ice in my yard. And it got up to 44 today. That ice didn't melt. We still have ice in the yard. And I mean that thick. Ice that thick. I had some water in a bucket. It was like 2 inches or 3 inches thick in that bucket. So I got a feeling 710 is gonna get some snow tomorrow, maybe, up in Arkansas.
Is that kind of rare for your area? And,
yeah, it is.
I don't know if I have anything different, but I guess this year is a El Nino year.
Yeah,
And
we're
then
not supposed to get all this during the El Nino. This is a rare one because we were supposed to be a little warmer this year, this winter, which we were, we will be. But you're gonna get that freak jet stream dip, and freaky cold weather,
Like, I don't know, 3 months ago I was Googling, well, anyway, showed up on my feed, like, El Nino's coming. It could mean this, it could mean that. And by the time I was done reading all the stuff, I didn't know what it's going to do. Could be a warm year, could be a cold year. You never know. But apparently, it's cold for a minute right now. I can't compete, but hey. Anyone want to see a Spectrum, old school 80s Spectrum analyzer from HP? Doing its business? It's on right now. I just leave it on. I like watching it. I don't do TV anymore.
You're going to get screen burn in on that if you keep doing it like that. Unless you got stuff running on it all the time that keeps because if you got a straight line, like whatever, yeah, you get some screen, your phosphorus will get a burn in on your screen.
But I don't know if I haven't even read the instruction manual yet, and it's not a cheap piece of gear, but so I plugged in one of the
signal generators.
The probes that come with the 2364 or the 3264 or whatever it is. Anyway, the Tektronix fancy schmancy. Yeah, but I plugged the probe into the HP Spectrum well, it's actually not a it's a Spectrum analyzer, but they call it
a sound analytics
sandwich analyzer. Wait a minute. So,
boom, 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 boom. Pat Paulson with a $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. He said, have a great night, gentlemen.
A DSA. Dynamic sandwich analyzer.
Yeah.
HP.
Dynamic sound analyzer.
Right.
Yeah, fancy name for spectrum analyzer.
But yeah. But I want to focus on audio. So 20 hertz to 20 megahertz, And that's kind of what this piece of kit does. It focuses on that range. You have other spectrum analyzers that go up to hoo-ha gigahertz, way beyond human hearing. So that's out of the audio range for me, but
Yeah,
anyway.
but yours, I don't know how many megahertz yours goes up to, but it actually does the carrier, shows the carrier and the modulation on a spectrum analyzer. It shows the modulation. It shows the frequency of the carrier and the modulation spikes of the modulation that's with the carrier. You got to forget all of that mumbo jumbo about hearing, the hearing spectrum of a human being. That has nothing to do with a spectrum analyzer and a sound analyzer.
You got the fundamental, and then you got the odds and the evens of the octaves.
Yeah, but you got to forget all of that mumbo jumbo about the human hearing range, spectrum range of human hearing, when it has to do with a spectrum analyzer. When you get to 27 megahertz and above, or when you get to the microwave section, at 900 megahertz, you got to forget about the hearing spectrum of a human. That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Jumbo.
Right.
They should call it jumbo mumbo.
Big Country said when I went to leave for work that morning, I got to test the 4-wheel drive out on my new truck. I couldn't get the last 3 feet out of the driveway. I believe it. I need to put my Jeep in 4-wheel drive. I hadn't done that in a long time. Get them fluids and the axles. I mean, the fluid is going to be moving and all that, but I want it to work itself. You lose it or use it. Use it or lose it, I mean.
Not as bad as Chicago with all those poor Tesla owners that got jammed up into a charging station that wasn't working. It was like 30, 40, 50 fuckers piled up going, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Batteries do get affected by the cold weather.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
I think they knew that like 200 years ago.
Well, I tell you what, Ford and Chevy, they out of the electric car game for now. They are slacking off big time from producing EVs because the sales are not like what they thought they were going to be. That they thought, the government's going to do this and do that, and make people buy electric.
Hear about
that ain't working out.
Who's that big rental company? Rental cars.
Avis, Hertz, Alamo.
Hertz just sold off a fucking massive quantity of Tesla rentals because the people that fly in from an airport go to the Hertz to rent one, and there's no juice left in them, and they like limp over to somewhere, and then they run out of juice before they get there, and they push them. They get some buddies or local pals like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And then they push it over to some charging station, and the charging station doesn't work or something. Yeah, not good.
Yeah, not good at all. Took a couple of electric laser toys that were fried and Power Wheels that had a bad battery. Moved the batteries over and thought, I can't. Boy, that heart gets in my way down there. And thought it was broken. Well, that works. You got something going. I got to get me some more coffee.
I'm going to go count my money. Maybe. Hey, did you see that, Smokey?
What's that?
Any of that EV, the Tesla catastrophe in Chicago when it got so cold that none of the charging stations were working, and they had pile-ups of 50 Teslas in one parking lot to use to suck off 2 charging stations, and neither one of them worked. And it was like, I'm gonna die.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh man, this is like yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. Now they look like
I haven't
to say,
watched the news or anything.
I wish I had a gasoline engine. Anyway, yeah, you can't put the cart before the horse. Do EV, do electric. They're fast. I love them. I want one. Not in the winter, but hey, in the spring when the roads are dry, I can go 0 to 120 in about 0.5 seconds. They're awesome. But in the wintertime,
they wish that electric cars would go that fast.
Oh, fuck. They fucking haul ass. But in the wintertime, when you're pushing them, you got 3 guys. You don't even know the other 2 guys. You're pushing your car. That doesn't seem very impressive to me, but yeah, I'll tone it down there. No more foul language for me. I swore it off. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. All right. I'm good. Hey, you got to check this out.
I don't understand that whole electric car situation. I mean, you still got to burn fossil fuels to generate electricity, unless it's nuclear. You don't. But still, I just don't get it, man. I don't think we're ready for that yet.
I'm with you.
We're not.
The day they can make a car run off the sun and charge batteries that way efficiently and fast, I'd be all in for that, but there's got to be a way to charge you for something, though, and they don't want to do that,
What is the phrase or 2 words for re-energizing when you just say if you put an alternator on an EV, you got the alternator that's, really charging the batteries, but not up to speed per se. What do they call that? Continuous energy
regenerative charging.
No.
I think I could be wrong, but
no, it's not that.
Not regenerative charging.
It's not perpetual motion. It's something like perpetual energy, I think. Perpetual energy or continuous energy. When something you're running makes its own energy to replenish itself, like them balls, ting, 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 on the desk, that never really stops. It's creating its own energy.
I think Albert Einstein was the founder. Regenerativeenergy.com.
I don't know if it's called kinetic. It might. No, I think it's perpetual energy or continuous energy. Something where you have energy and it makes its own energy to replenish itself. They have stuff like that.
Regenerative. I'll tell you what, it's regenerative. Okay, I got to count my money.
There are things that do that, but there's a certain limit to how big you can get, and it can still do that because an electric motor is going to draw more juice out of batteries than it's going to produce.
Yeah,
especially where you're in the Chicago parking lot with 100 more Teslas waiting in line for broken ass chargers.
Okay, doesn't a Prius? Okay, a Prius is a hybrid. Doesn't the alternator charge the batteries on a Prius?
Yeah, regenerative motion or charging or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, definitely regenerative. So every time you push on the brakes, the power or something or other, the friction, I don't know. But anyway, it recharges your back. It goes backwards, recharging your battery.
Well, a Prius is a gas engine with a bank of batteries also, and it automatically goes from gas to battery, and vice versa.
the way it was explained to me, I think if I remember correctly, Jeff, when he come down here, he has a hybrid and it's gasoline, but you can also use electric. And his wheels were keeping the battery charged. It had some
Yeah,
The
sort of
wheels, okay.
Yeah.
So the wheels were turning some kind of
yeah.
Kinda
Well,
like a reverse
you're using gas
generator.
plus electric. You know, if you had something that regenerated enough to keep going, that's perpetual motion. They say that's impossible. You know, you cannot
Right.
get out more than what you put in, or even what you put
Except
in.
for
But
a nuclear car would kind of be perpetual motion for a minute. Well, anyway, for 80 years till it runs out.
yeah,
But
but
yeah,
most everything that's nuclear, all it's doing is boiling water, creating steam to turn turbines.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you're still
Gotta keep
putting
an eye.
everything in it, and they do eventually
You got-
run out. Takes like 25 years on a nuclear ship for them to replace those nuclear rods that go in them. They
The
last about
rods, yeah.
25 years. It's a long time.
But you got to keep an eye on the kettle so it doesn't go Chernobyl. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. In fact, I read on the news yesterday, I think, that I forget where the house was. A elderly couple dies in their house. Their furnace boiler got up to over 1,000 degrees and blew up
Holy
in their
shit.
house. Yeah, and it wasn't in the basement. It was on the same level. Well, I want to say it wasn't in the basement, but anyway, there are electric furnaces, boilers that are on the same level, like on a slab. You know, a house on a slab that doesn't have a basement. And yeah, when that boiler gets so much pressure, it's gonna go.
They're supposed to
And
have
they,
relief valves on that stuff, but they
yeah,
can go
that's
bad.
what didn't work though. That's what didn't
Yeah.
work.
Have you seen them water heaters that get, I don't know, get plugged up and blow up
I've seen
and blow the
videos.
whole house up? Or the water heater goes shooting out of the roof like a reverse Santa Claus thing?
Yeah, well, that's one of them furnaces that we talking about.
Those are pretty violent, man.
Yeah,
I think if mine built up that kind of pressure, it'd be popping copper lines before it would blow that tank up.
Well, they got,
you have a boiler unit in your house, or you talking about your water heater?
I've got just a water heater.
Oh, okay.
Unless it was severely old and had a lot of rust, it would force a leak probably if it was close to leaking. Other than that, I would think that little thin walled copper would give out before that tank did on mine, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm talking out of my ass. I don't think it's from the pressure of the water heater clogging up or anything. I think it's because they got those pop-off valves on the top. They
On
got
the
all these
top,
safety
yeah.
valves. So
Yeah,
I think it's
pressure
like
valve on top that's supposed to pop off, but
Plus, when
if
you
they
got
get old and rusty, you know.
when you
Yeah.
got when
weird
you
shit
got a
can
water,
happen. But
when you got a water heater, one thing you don't want to do is like if it's up and running, you don't cut your cold and hot water off to it, you know, because it will build up pressure. Because with them valves open, a lot of that pressure goes in and out of the line up to your
Right.
faucets, you know.
Right.
Well, a lot of time when you first turn your water on, you got a lot of pressure, and then it kind of levels out because you're getting rid of some of the pressure that the water heater created way down the hallway. You know, that's
I,
pressurize that hot water all the way to the end.
Yeah, that water never gets to a boiling temperature, so it doesn't create pressure per se like that.
No,
it does have pressure in it.
Most water heaters are set at 125 degrees.
Yeah,
you know?
but if your thermostats go out and them electric elements are constantly on and on and on,
yeah,
that's where your pop-off valve comes in service at.
Yeah,
and
but I think now that you mention it, I think what I'm talking about when you got these big explosions is it's not the water heater, it's not the water pressure, it's the natural gas leak somehow going to the water heater or I think. It blows them fucking roofs right off the house. Explosion,
No, it's
fireball.
actually the thousand
I
degree
think
pressure in those that the fire actually
like a boiler?
stays on and causes that water to boil, and there's no way for it to escape, so it just blows.
Like a boiler.
Yeah, it is. It's a boiler for their radiator heaters and stuff. They got pipes going to these radiators in the rooms, and that's the type of boiler that I'm talking about. That this couple got, they died in that explosion.
That's like a
You remember?
pressure cooker. If you didn't have that vent on there, that thing that rattles,
Yeah.
it would build up enough pressure just to explode in all directions.
Yeah.
Do you remember the biggest explosion, the biggest, I think it was like the most people killed in one time during the Civil War was when they were shipping all these Union troops back from the South on a steamboat, and the boiler blew up and it like killed a shitload of them, and it was bad. It's like a world record or some shit. Remember that? Mississippi
No.
River?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Most things
Yeah,
nowadays,
heard about that.
they got a lot of safety backups and devices, and I've got a gas water heater, and
This is
I'm
like a
fine with that.
steam powered paddle boat, but they overloaded it because they were making a ton of money off of each Union soldier they shipped up north, and it left. It was in the Mississippi River, and the boiler blew up, and it killed a ton of people in one time, man. I mean, it was bad. Anyway, the history guy or something. Hey, what do
Yeah,
you call it?
I know what the steamboats are, the paddle boats, and I know how they operate, but I didn't hear about that accident.
Yeah, this is during right after the Civil War. It was like ironic because the Civil War was done, or right before it was done. I can't remember. But anyway, it was not necessary. They just overpacked the steam paddle, the boiler operated paddle boat, and it blew up. The boiler blew up, and it just like killed a lot of people. Everybody's jumping overboard and drowning. And yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. It's bad, Hey, you guys ever heard of R.L. Burnside?
Who?
R.L. Romeo Lingo Lima. Romeo Lima. Romeo Lima Burnside. R.L. Burnside? It's
Man,
bad,
Burnside rings a bell, but okay, what
yeah,
about
he
it?
was down here. That's the song, R.L. Burnside. It's bad, But anyway, he was down there in the juke joint back in the day with Junior Kimbrough down in where the crossroads, where the devil came with the electric guitar. I don't know. I just watch movies. I don't know shit. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, R.L. Burnside, man. It's bad, It's a pretty good tune.
Oh, it's a song. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Nope, never heard of that neither. Well, I might have. I just not the way you explaining it. But we had over the 3 hour mark.
Robert Johnson's the guitar player that supposedly sold to the devil at the crossroads.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was Robert Johnson died before like 32.
He died like at 28 or 29 years old. He was still in his 20s.
So in the 1920s, the late 1920s, he was. I mean, there's people that still play his songs today, different way of playing it, but still, I'm like, and there wasn't any hardly. Don't know when he was born. Don't know when he died. Late 20s, he was. Somebody said, "Oh, fuck, this guy's great."
There's a movie. There's a movie out there. I think that's the name of it, Crossroads. But it's got Ralph Macchio in it, and some old black guy. That's a good movie though. It talks all about that Robert Johnson and but if you ever get a chance, check it out. I think the name of it's Crossroads.
I think I heard of that. I think I heard of that.
Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. Remember him? He's in it.
Yeah.
It's an old movie.
That's what I'm saying. That just kind of touches on the glossed over, glazed over. But, like, for example, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, like 1910, a lot of these rich white people, I'm not just in white people, I'm white myself, but so they would order guitars from Sears Roebuck, right? And they would play them for a bit, and they wouldn't like it, or they just didn't like. Anyway, they would end up like tossing a lot of them. 3 years later, the kids wouldn't play them anyway, and then toss them out in the trash. And these blues guys would grab them. That's where I think Robert Johnson has a connection to Roebuck, Sears and Roebuck from the late 1800s and early 1900s. He was getting hand-me-down guitars from that era out of the dumpster for free or something, and he was like chunking around, you know.
Yeah.
He became famous. Anyway, I don't know. I just like playing guitar a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end this stream up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
I gotta save some time for Friday night or Saturday night. I forget which one I'm going live on, which night, but it's gonna be Friday. I think it might be Friday night.
All right.
I can save a little bit of time for that one.
What do you think about this?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working on that, trying to figure out the reel to reel. But yeah, hope I didn't crap up the whole live stream. I'll make it up.
All right, guys.
I'll send
Y'all have a good one.
You too. I'll send you guys some.
All right, Russ, appreciate you coming up.
All right,
Everybody,
man.
y'all check out Russ's video link in the description box down there.
Later, chat.
Check out his latest video.
Hey, I'll send you guys some frozen
Snow.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
That'll work. All right, everybody. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, crackling grease. Catch y'all later.
All right, peace.
Peace.